Hi everyone, welcome to tonight's game. In case you missed it, Dragon of Ice by Peak was yesterday, goes up on YouTube on Friday, I'm in that episode, and Moot returns on the 20th.
Moot, moot, moot.
So, regardless, as we jump back into the game, after learning about the party that Mildred was hosting in celebration of Thyra's return, and in getting ready for the party, you sent messages to friends asking questions about the orb that you were given, about the Scorched King, and a new idea that you have in your head, asking about the Purple Magician, before opting to split apart for a couple hours before tonight's festivities to get some smaller errands done, and that is where we left off. So, as you all exit Thyra's hot spring bath, and sort of get yourselves ready to go, you guys are splitting into 3 different groups. So Izzy and Thyra, you're going to go talk to Mildred. Wade and Free, you're going to the trade huts, I believe. And Alakian, you're going off by yourself.
Before we split, I always forget about it, but there is a library on this floor. And I point to the door right next to the bathroom.
What kind of books are we talking about?
I don't know. I don't read much.
Yeah, I'm not too interested in that either, but
Well,
You'd have to take a look yourself.
Look later.
I'll say, sounds like Frey and I got something to do to kill some free time while we're here.
Indeed.
also I know y'all have helped me a whole lot already, but if I do come across this this scroll, how much do you think it'll cost? Because I don't got a lot.
Well, I said this once and I'll say it again. You do have a practiced thief and a practiced talker.
We're not
behind you.
stealing while we're here, Isabel.
No, we're already
We've
here,
had this
but like
discussion before.
if we like need to, we can just simply, it'll be simple.
Oh,
Okay.
let's also hope that maybe one of our allies can help us with that as well, if we don't find one.
Right.
I think the idea is to have Alakian's friend help us with that. Maybe she can make the scroll.
She might be able to. I mean, I don't think any of us are too informed on what she can and can't do. Especially considering she did nothing to help us whenever we went to try and get rid of the monsters in the basement. So,
Yes, but I watched her, and it was definitely a test on your part.
oh, I'm well aware. But I'm just saying that none of us have any inkling as to what she can do, given that she didn't really show much while we were there.
Well, let's do the things we had to do. Right?
Stop giving you guys allies, because all you do is complain about them.
But whenever
never-
they actually do something useful, we don't complain.
We don't talk about it, we forget about it and forget the time that he got carried off by a giant insect.
Well, you see, we talk about Mazor very fondly because he gave us silver swords to fight the werewolves.
Yeah, and we're also pretty sure that he's actually Dyto's father.
Also that.
I mean, Thyra's father. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Dyto's your dad a fake person? I don't know your life.
Maybe? I don't know.
Maybe.
Cool.
Maybe he's always been a figment of her imagination. We'll never know.
Yeah.
On that note,
You brought him into being.
I am going to go back to my room real quick and change into more non-travel tribal clothes and grab the box.
Okay, you do so. It's very easy to do. Takes
Is
a
it
little bit of
still in
time,
there?
but yeah, it's still there.
I didn't think I shouldn't have left it in there all by itself.
It's still there. So, who wants to go first?
I don't know. I would go first, but I'm with Thyra, so if Dyto's up for it.
Fuck it. I'll go first because it's quick and easy.
Okay.
I want to head over to the crafting hut.
Runs out the room.
Fuck
So
all
what do you guys do?
I'm leaving. I'll
Yeah.
never see you again, fuckers. No.
You just
No.
We're all trying to be polite and let other people go.
I'm gonna
Sounds
head
like it.
to the craft huts
Okay.
or huts.
It's,
however many there are.
It's not too far of a walk there. Which kind of craft are you looking for? There's the weapon crafting. There's tailor, fishing, trade.
Weapon.
Okay.
Weapon, and then probably I'll hit the trade afterwards.
Fair enough. So you heading on to the weapon crafting hut. As you walk in, you see Thyra's sisters and Sinead the Elder, who was here before, are gone. Appears that they have completed their lesson and moved away. But there is sort of like a middle-aged half-orcish woman who is sort of sitting here, putting weapons away on shelves. It's getting a little bit later, so all the lessons are done, and she's just stocking up. From what you can see.
Okay. It's a hut, so I'm assuming there's a door.
Yeah, there's a door.
Okay, I'll step in, but I'll knock on the door as I go in.
She turns to you, sort of in the middle of putting something away. She's like, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Well, kind of just here for a little while. Happened to be traveling companion of Thyra while we're passing through, and I was just wanting to peruse what kind of weaponry you might have here.
Right, you definitely can do. I'm not sure we'll have exactly what you're looking for. We're not stocking magical weaponry at the moment. Just sort of teaching at this point. Most of the magical stuff's gone down to Linjay to help them with that. But you're welcome to have a look around, peruse, and see what you find. Although, as I'm sure you're aware, we don't have anything that's metal.
Yeah, I've been told. I'll look around for any kind of weapon that I might be proficient with.
Sure. Why don't you make an investigation check for me?
Okay. You're gonna believe me if I tell you it's a natural 20.
No, but you can tell me anyway.
Okay, like I can send you a picture if you want, but yeah, it's a natural 20 for a total
all
of
good.
26.
Yeah, you find a number of different weaponry. There's like basic stuff like short swords in sort of wood and stone, and there's a couple of like a little bit more shiny material that you recognize, but as some form of crystalline mineral. But there's
Okay.
you don't immediately understand what it is. There are small arrows that are just basic arrows. Let me think. There are a couple of smaller daggers that appear to be made from bone that has been shorn off and sort of like carved down to a point. They look kind of nasty, but apart from that, there's nothing crazy that that screams at you. They're not holding rapiers at the moment. You get the sense that druids and rangers don't really tend to be the rapier type. They're a little bit more basic in their average weaponry.
Yeah, I know. I'm sad. I was hoping for one.
I know. Give it to him because he's natural 20, but yeah.
Okay. after going through everything, I'll walk up to the counter and be like, well, I'm not finding exactly what I'm looking for. Do you think you might be able to do something commissioned if I'll be here for a few days?
Absolutely, I can get one of the more advanced students to partake if you're looking for something that's a little bit more shoddy. Although if you want something a little bit more refined, it'll cost you a bit more, but I can do it myself.
Well, if I was looking for a rapier, how much would that run me? For both.
Well, depending on the material that you're asking for, we could do wood or stone or sort of various degree of rocks if you're looking for it. With a commission fee and the cost of the weapon itself, so there's a couple of quick sort of lines in her head as she's thinking. Could be anywhere from 30 to 35 gold.
Okay. What kind of minerals do you use for your weaponry?
Depends on what you're asking for. We could do something basic like opal, but if you're looking for a custom color, sapphire and amethyst and emerald are a bit more pricey. Just a line on the blade would be sufficient.
Is there anything that you could do that would have a blackish hue to it?
I think we've got some obsidian in the back.
If you could make me something out of that or with that, that would be amazing.
We could say 32 gold for that.
Sounds fair. And how much for a bundle of arrows while I'm at it?
Bundle of arrows, how much are arrows worth? I should know this, I'm the DM. I don't think they're worth much. I think they're like 10 gold a piece. It's 1 gold per arrow. Okay. So yeah, she replies and says, bundle of arrows will cost you, say, 8 silver per arrow. They're not quite as refined as what you might find in the cities or things like that.
But I'm sure they'll work just fine, won't they?
Of course.
I guess I'll get 22 arrows if you got them, and then I'll commission that rapier if you don't mind.
Absolutely. So you get 22 arrows for 20 gold. And you can pay half of your commission fee for the rapier now, and then half on return of the item.
Okay.
So I forget how much I said. I think it's 32. So
Yeah, you said 32 for that. If I could give me a second to do math, it's hard.
So 36 gold now, and then 16 when you get it.
Okay.
Coolio. Anything else you want to do here?
Actually, yes. I'm gonna pull out my blowgun.
Okay.
I'm gonna show it to her. Be like, this is also another weird question, but I figured you might be the person to ask, considering this is weaponry. How hard would it be to make ammo for this, like darts or something like that?
Sort of looks it over, kind of puzzled. Craftsmanship's a bit shoddy. Looks like someone maybe just shorn off a bit of root of a tree or something. For that, 5 copper a dart probably.
I'll get 10 while I'm at it. Fuck it. I'll get 10 darts.
So she gives you 10 darts for 50 copper, which is like 5 silver.
Yep.
Awesome sauce. So, anything else you want to do?
No.
Great, so-
not here at least. No.
You head out of the little hut and make your way to the trade huts.
Was there one that had like for? Actually, no, never mind. Never mind. I won't do that while I'm here.
Cool. So you make your way to the trade hut. Already at the trade hut, since you guys left a little bit beforehand, Free and Wade. Is there anything you guys want to do on the way or while you're there?
Anything else? Anything you need while we're out there, Free? Oh, you're muted.
You're muted.
Thank you. I am
You're
not
welcome.
paying attention.
Oh, you're fine.
No, I'm good on everything that I need for a moment at least. I did want to ask, what do you want to do? Everyone in there was telling you it would be easiest and it would be quickest. What do you really want?
Well, I just want my friend back. I mean, look, I don't want him to leave my head. I miss him too much, but that's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do, and I won't stop him.
Okay. I'm really sad.
I think it might be too much for him, because on account of me being smarter than him, my brain, it doesn't ever stop, so he probably doesn't get any sleep in there.
You hear Kevin's voice in your head, Wade, that says, I was beginning to feel bad for you, and now I don't.
Also, I did save one message spell. If you wanted to send, if you wanted to particular something, and it doesn't have to be related to this.
Maybe just, to Kev's ma, let her know that things are going good. We're, got the Thyras, and, they're gonna be able to help us.
Alright. Do that. We will take a moment to picture her, because I think she maybe met her once.
I believe you do.
And
Hey, tell her say hi to Ma for me, Pa.
of course,
Thanks.
words here as I go. Afternoon still or evening? I don't know. I'm there.
You're
probably still
encroaching
morning
to
there.
the evening.
Okay,
It's getting a
so,
bit late.
Evening. Jade wanted to let you know we've arrived safely. Working on covering Kev is going well. Say hi to Onpa as well. Thank you.
Okay. The response comes not a moment later. It says, great news. Has been told us a little bit. Glad everyone's safe. Hope my Kev's doing well.
Asmin gave her a bit of an update as well. She hoped Kev is doing well, and she sounds happy.
That's good. Seems like everything's good back home then. Nothing to worry about.
She
Good. That's good. Well, the good news is if we can't find the scroll while we're out today, we have the backup plan, so it's no big deal.
But If you ever feel the need that you need to talk about how you're really feeling, Wade, just let me know.
Of course. Thanks, Free.
Anytime.
Thanks for sending the message, too. I appreciate that.
Of course.
Is that a taco stand?
Let's go find out, shall we?
It's a hot dog stand.
Damn it.
Not a taco stand.
Oh, I got all excited, too.
You can get a hot dog if you like. That's fine. I'll allow that. You guys can get hot dogs each for like 4 copper a piece if you want it.
Sure.
Why not?
Can I talk to the weenie man?
Weenie Hut. Weenie
Okay.
Hut man.
Sure. Yeah. Behind the small wooden counter of this
The weenie queen.
weenie hut,
The
you
Weenie
see
Queen.
a very, very old, sort of lithe half-orc woman, sort of like thinning grey hair, who hands you the weenies, sort of nods. Thank you, dearie. I appreciate that. I don't know why she's southern. I'm Irish. That's better.
Hey, you do any traveling around? No, I'm just kidding. Hey, I was wondering, I'm new to town. I was wondering if you knew of a good, like, magic shop or somewhere to sell scrolls or that kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, well, you could go to the trade huts. That's probably the best bet for you. You'll struggle to find items and weapons there, but I hear they're stocked up on scrolls, so you might be having some luck there.
Is there anybody in particular I should talk to there, or is it just kind of anyone?
My cat's sitting on my NPC sheet name.
Cat's like, no, I was comfortable, damn it. Fuck you.
She was, and you know what? She wasn't even sitting on it. It's the other pile over here.
Oh no!
God damn it,
Give up for
Equa!
no reason.
You fucking
I'm so
shit
ill
floor.
prepared today.
Boo! Boo!
Fucking moved the comfortable cat for nothing.
Boo!
What we gonna do with you,
Everybody
boy?
dislike this
Boo!
Twitch video right now. Twitch
Fuck
stream.
you. Everyone tweeted equally to an asshole.
The comment section, don't forget to leave your fuck equal lines every time.
You know, if that actually happens, y'all are getting kicked off this campaign. Okay.
Equal's gonna cry. He's at up here with
He's
you.
gonna cry 100%.
She informs you that you may find Nath in the trade hut. Nath, Nath. Nath.
Okay. That's good, because I don't like math. Well, these are some wonderful hot dogs, the best that I've had in ages, so thank you, kind ma'am.
I appreciate that. It's very kind.
Let's go. I turned her free.
All right.
So, you arrive at the trade hut. The trade hut is bigger than the average hut here. Yeah.
Can I say that I cut up to them like right as they were going in, or would I have taken too long at the other hut?
You'd be a little bit far off for that, right?
Oh,
now.
okay. All right.
Yeah, you're a little bit far off, but you're not too far off.
Okay.
You'll be there in 5 minutes. So the trade hut is a little bit bigger than the average hut here, considering it has normally quite the selection of wares to be sold and or bought. And as you go in, you see sort of like a younger half-orc lady, sort of like long flowing black hair that's tied up in the back and then poofs out back down below the shoulders, and it's like a middle-aged woman of similar visage, although her hair is cut shorter, and it's starting to be streaked with grey. And as they see you come in, the younger one says, "Hello, what can I get for you?"
We are in search of a scroll of banishment. Very important.
Right. I can see what we have. Sure. If you just give me a moment. And she just walks back around the counter to the front of the store and begins looking at a couple tables that have scrolls laid out on them
And I
in very nice, orderly fashion.
I turn to Free and I go, man, Thyra's gonna be so excited when we bring her this banishment scroll. Don't you think? That
Roll a
Thyra.
Oh,
Hate all of you.
Wait.
You gotta use the influence we're given. Like,
What'd you say?
you can't fault us for that.
Roll your persuasion check
Oh, roll
for
a
me.
persuasion check. Okay.
Free is not helping. She's just like, uh-oh.
That is a beautiful old
7.
hen total. I rolled a 2, but I have a +8.
I would like for you to mail your dice to Esprit, and Esprit, I want you to mail your dice to Griz. I think they'll cancel each other out.
I mean, I will give you all my die for that die.
The singular rainbow die that rolls natural 20s
Yes.
consistently.
At the mention of
Is that the
Fire's
guy I sent
name-
you?
Yes.
Wow, Ice Cream Dice would be so proud. At the mention of Thyra's name, the woman kind of like perks up a little bit and turns to look at you. Turns back and starts rummaging through the scrolls again. It takes her a minute, but she turns around and says, I'm not seeing banishment here. I don't think the banishment is a druid spell. But we have other ones if you're looking for something else.
I don't know. Do you have something that expels someone or something to another plane or dimension?
Not currently. Sometimes we make plane shift scrolls, but we haven't really had a use for them in recent time, and our attention's been diverted to other things. We've got other things that you might like, though.
What this plane shift scroll? How do those work?
Well, it's a very high level druid spell, so really only the elders and the matriarch can use it efficiently, but sometimes we get sort of younger students and proteges to the elders. We'll have it for them to practice on. It transports you and a group of people to another plane of existence, and you can stay there and come back. But it's a bit finicky, and it's strong. It's very strong.
Well, it sounds like they're not getting a lot of use these days. Do you? You got one like out back? You know, you've been throwing these things away, or you need? I could take it off your hands if you.
I don't have one on me. They're supposed to be a batch completed later this week, though. Maybe I can add an extra one in for you. Although I'm not really getting a druidy vibe from you.
That's okay. That's okay. You know, my best friend Thyra, she's a druid. She knows a thing or two.
No, Thyra never got her magic, though.
Shit, did I say too much, Free?
She has it.
Oh shit.
All right. I'll be seeing her later tonight anyway.
I mean, if she did, that's great. I'm not trying. I don't want to insult her or anything. She's a lovely person. I'm just a little confused. She's been gone for a while.
Yeah,
That's
she's super powerful now. So, how much is one of these plane shift scrolls going for?
Well, it's a 7th level spell, so that's in and of itself kind of expensive. Oh, it's really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
6 to 8, very rare. 5,001 to 50,000 gold pieces. I'm going to chuck that down a little bit, I think. She thinks about it for a moment and says, well, normally we only use them specifically for the tribe and learning of that. And I suppose Thyra would be the type to at that level for learning to do this sort of thing. So I can talk to Kiva, maybe give it to you for a couple 100 gold.
That's a pretty good deal. Yeah, let me let me get back to you. I'm gonna talk to Thyra on that one, and we'll come back. Does that sound good? Free?
I do have a question. We'd need 2 to get there and back.
Ooh, that's a good point.
I
Just the
believe
chance
so,
if it's-
yes.
Fails, we could get stuck.
Well, what if it's like our backup? You know, we go through the tree, and then we have the scroll to come back in case of emergency.
I don't think that would work in the case of different planes of travel. Much different than traveling from a tree on one side of this ground to another.
Yeah, but I mean, it's planar shift, so I think, like, we take. So, this is for the Feywild thing, not the.
Oh,
not
that.
the mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Many different things are happening right now.
Yeah, it's a lot to keep track of. Okay. Hey, what else do you have in the store? Just out of curiosity.
I will say it's about this time that you look behind you and hear the door. And Lakin is standing there.
You're that free? Me neither. Could only be one person.
Oh, wait.
Gonna go up behind both of them, put one arm around each of their shoulders, like, what are you doing here? Just looking at both of them.
Well, we were about to get a pretty good deal on a planar travel scroll.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I take it they don't have a banishment scroll.
They do not.
Alright. Well, we might be able to make something work with that, possibly, maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking it's like a last-ditch effort. Say we're stuck in the Fey, and we need to escape. Boom. Back.
Yeah, that's fair.
Really.
So, just whether we want to get her or not, because we don't know if Thyra can cast it yet. I'm sure she could. She's really powerful, but, you know, not sure.
I mean, there's no guarantee that it'll work. It's a high level spell, but if it does, maybe that will help you with your problem.
It might. It very well might. But I think we need to get a little bit more information first, just
Okay.
to be on the safe side.
Yeah, we'll come back later if we need it.
Sure, we're always here.
Anything else cool you got here?
We have a number of additional scrolls, if you care to look at them.
Oh. Scroll.
But you broke up. What?
No, I think that's it. Unless you want to look at something free, like in.
I've got a couple of things I'm looking for, but
He's just looking around for pretty things. You know, what kind of shiny objects they have.
So this is
Hair clips, combs, things like that. Snacks.
You can make either perception or investigation, your choice. to
so
see what
this
I shoot.
trade market, is it like is it outside in like booths? Is it like tents you go in? I feel like you described it and I forgot.
it's a singular hut.
This one is a singular hut. It's just very big.
But like if we were to leave this hut, there would be more places.
No, if you were to leave this hut, there will be other tents around. That
okay,
one's
it's
actually
one big hut.
a wooden building. Yeah, it's just one big hut.
Okay, sorry, I was trying to figure out.
With investigation, dirty 20.
You So I start looking around. They also have, you know, kind of basic furs and leathers, backpacks, sort of venturing gear. They sell small pieces of food that is native to this location. Lots of sort of like flour concocted drinks and foods, and also things made from small insects. You see, like on the far side, there are like there's a loaf of bread with like a couple of insect legs that are just sticking out. And you're like, there is one thing that catches your attention though. There is a kind of nice, thin, like brownish string that comes off in little pointed bones that come down. And on the top of each bone, there is like a small crystal of greenish color. It looks to be nice.
Bones really aren't her fashion thing. It's pretty, but she'll skip it.
Rokunoka would love that. Maybe.
Maybe.
He could give it to Vaya.
That's true.
Make weird green babies with bones.
I'm so sad I can't hear these conversations.
I didn't realize that was in canon. So, is there anything else that you guys want to do while you're here?
I think that's it.
I wanted to see if they had an alchemist set.
An alchemist set? They have an alchemist set. It is in pretty good working order.
How much?
For the grand total of... I'll tell you in a second. When D&D Beyond loads. I think it's 50 gold for alchemist, right? Sorry, you would know this, you're an artificer. In the other campaign.
What? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
How much is it for alchemists?
50
Tools.
gold.
It's 50 gold.
I'll hand over 5 platinum.
That works for them. They take it and pocket it, and you get alchemist tools ready and raring to go.
Awesome. Cool.
Coolio. So, you guys head back to the tree?
Yeah.
Awesome sauce. So, Thyra and Izzy, as you head back into Thyra's room to change, and then leave Thyra's room, you sort of walk downstairs and wait a little bit for Mildred to appear. Anything that you guys want to do before she comes in?
Nothing I can think of. Just hang out.
Yeah.
Sit on the throne.
So, you sit on the throne and cross your legs, sort of lean back and like, nice.
I'm leaning up against the wall next to the archway so I can watch what's gonna happen next.
Okay. Yeah, she you watch as a couple minutes later you hear and she walks in, the familiar purple diamonds around the eyes sort of coming through first and meeting to see Izzy's gaze.
Hello? How are you?
Fine. You're in my chair.
I am in. Do you? It is your chair, so I'll get out of it if you want to. But it is a very nice chair.
Sort of looks over to Thyra for a second. It's fine. You're a guest. Anyway.
No. Treat her like family. Do what you would do to one of us girls.
I'm already out of the chair. I stand up, and I.
At the mention of that, she like cocks an eyebrow and sort of turns to look at you, and you're like, "Nope." And you get up and start.
Yeah, I get up.
away.
I'm like, I know what that look is. I've sat in enough important people's chairs to know what that means.
So, Thyra, what did you call me over here for?
Well, I appreciate you taking your time out. I know you're busy, but there are some pressing matters that we need to discuss. One is a new bit of news. The last person we suspected to have one of these, and I point to the box that I'm carrying, is dead. And his office was exploded.
Right.
Right. So you think that this thing is of great importance to someone?
Important enough that they're willing to blow up buildings and kill people and themselves.
Right.
It's a matter that should be taken seriously as long as it is here. And it's been open 3 times today?
Okay. Well, there's nothing that we can do about that now. I will ask you, since you've grown a great deal over the past 4 years, that orb is not mine, it's yours. And if you'd like me to take it back, I will do my best to keep it safe, but if you feel confident, I will entrust it with you.
Well, knowing what kind of trouble it could bring, I would rather take it with us on our travels. Make it a little harder to find for the people who are looking for it.
If that's what you think is best, and that's what's best.
Have you ever looked into it for a minute or two? Did it ever call to you?
The thing never called to me. It doesn't have, at least in my experience, never had a voice. But I have peered into it. I didn't like the outcome.
Did you feel a little more, lethal?
You could say that. Lethal, aggressive.
Izzy, have I been a little overly aggressive since I looked into it?
No, not really. No, not since then. But to be fair, you have dislocated my jaw before, so it's hard to tell when you're not. You know.
She doesn't even flinch at that mention.
The other thing is we need more information about this orb. And to do that, we need to find the source. Izzy
Aye.
has some special abilities. She can change into anybody.
I can
So-
change how I look. I can't become them. Like I don't. Yeah, it's more of an illusion, more of a veneer than after transformation. But I can look like anyone.
So if you could describe Dad, and she could look like him, we might be able to find him a little better.
Right.
Are you sure you want to go down this path, Lyra? Your father was strong, but he was very bitter at being expelled from this tribe. I don't know.
The last bitter man? The last bitter man I met, I took something from him.
I don't agree with this, but if it's what you think is best, I will allow it. You can see, like, there's visible sort of restraint here. You don't know what she's doing here, but she is trusting you an awful lot. I'm not quite sure
If we
why.
can get the information we need without him, we won't go down that road. We need all outlets available.
I understand. Well, your father, last I saw him, which was near 20 years ago, was tall, human, black hair, dark eyes, handsome. We can go from there.
I will start changing like piece by piece. Like I'll make myself like taller and like see, and then like do the hair, then the eyes and the nose, and the body shape like that. I'll do it piece by piece.
Okay. Right. So, you begin doing it piece by piece. The man that you become by the end of it is sort of in his mid 20s, younger than you expected. Short, very very dark hair, sort of darker eyes, and you know he's tall and athletic enough. But you understand through her talking about it, and it is strange for her to talk about this with you. It's not the physicality that mattered; it was the arcane power that he had. And eventually, you are staring at Izzy, and she is what your mother is describing to be your father the last time that she saw him.
I assume there's a mirror or something I can look into. Do I recognize this person?
So, you go to find the nearest source of reflection to yourself.
Here it is. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. No?
And as you look in at your reflection, you see this man with dark hair, and it's shorter, and his eyes. It's a guy, but it's not your father.
Damn it. Wow. There's no more reason for me to be here, everyone.
Age of a few more years,
Yeah.
maybe?
No. All right. I will say, Isabel never suspected that this was her father, the player.
No, it was just Felis who was like, "Come on,
Come on."
Have I ever encountered this man before?
From what you can tell, looking at him, doesn't ring a bell.
Have I encountered this man?
All right, well, we know what he looks like if we need to come to that. Last thing of business, I hear from my friends that there's problems in Lin J.
Right. Yes, there are. I've talked to Kiva about it. I think that maybe I will entrust dealing with that to you at her request, but it's not a conversation for today. For now, let's enjoy the festivities tonight, and I will tell you about it more tomorrow.
All right.
Okay.
I don't necessarily like that I had to hear about the trouble from outsiders.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, I am quite busy. Things are growing, the tribe is growing every day, and I have much order to maintain. But I was never going to hide it from you. I can promise you that.
I believe that.
Well, I have a few more things to wrap up, and I shall come home, get changed, and your festival awaits. I'll see you soon. She'll turn and leaves. You guys sort of stand
that
around.
I told you we weren't related.
I'm mad at Equa. I'm gonna find him. And he's gonna retcon this.
So, Equa, before I forget, how long, because I know I didn't ask this out of character, but I know I would have asked it in character, how long until that rapier be ready? Like a day, 2 days?
They gave it 2 days.
2 days? Okay.
Yeah. So, in the meantime, Thyra, after this conversation happens, you hear from upstairs, and Otter poke her head over the top of the railing. You okay?
Yeah, we're good. What have you been up to these last few years, little one?
Oh, same old. You want to come up to my room? We'll talk about it.
I look at Izzy.
Aye.
Don't try any funny business. Yeah, we'll be up in a minute.
But
Okay.
what would I do?
You sex anything that walks.
I already have to be lined up, and she's like, what, 12? Wait, how old is this?
She's 16.
16? It's Isabel's 30. She's 12. You know? She's like, I'm not going to... Whatever. First things first, I'm going to stop looking like your dad. I turn back.
Okay.
Because that is getting weird, even for me. And I used all my spells last session, right?
Yes.
I believe so,
Yeah, fuck. All right. I was hoping we'd all forget whether or not I had, because I forgot, and then I could just lie and said I had one left.
At least
But
he's honest.
so, yeah, hey, I was trying to
True.
trick you guys, and it didn't work. I am going to keep the image of Thara's father in my head, so I can transform him to him later, and then cast Sending, or have free cast Sending.
Okay. Coolio. So you head up to Otter's room. As you enter Otter's room, it is sort of in the same vein as Thara's. It is obviously very naturous, and the floor is made of these flowers and overgrown pieces of grass, and various other small bits of plant life. You see there is a squirrel that she just keeps around, that just and dips off into the corner of the roof somewhere. And the other thing that you notice immediately is that when you look up to the ceiling, it is a beautiful rendition of a night sky, and it is filled to the brim with stars. But regardless, she allows you in, closes the door, and she sort of looks over to you two and says, "Well, I could braid your hair for tonight if you're, looking to find someone like we used to."
Actually, I was gonna find you to do that anyway.
Okay.
Izzy's not much of a braider.
First of all, I've never braided your hair before. I braided it once, and you were half dead at the time.
It happens sometimes.
That happens sometimes. Besides, I don't have a lot of practice, since last time I already braided my own hair was when I was like a little girl. I kept my hair short for a long time.
Well, if you like it, I can do yours too. It's not an issue.
There's not enough to braid. Don't worry about it.
You realize her hair is shorter than yours.
Isabel's hair like
Did
barely
you wear
reaches
a
her
wig?
shoulders.
She's got a pixie cut.
I thought you wore a wig, Izzy.
Izzy has shoulder length hair.
Yeah,
There's
but
a
you wear
pixie
a
cut.
blonde wig, right?
No, I wear wigs occasionally to cover my blonde hair.
I was mistaken. There you go, look at
What? No.
that. Show off this anyway. Listen, the fucking fine details of your characters, you guys, slip past me sometimes. And
You can literally look
You've been
at
doing this for
three
almost a year, and
there's
think any
three
of us have
different artist renditions.
have fucking redescribed our characters
I'm going to
once.
point it out to you how I think that it looks like you have long hair later, but we'll do that anyway.
Our next session with describing our characters.
Yeah, we'll start the new year just to redescribe, see
Yeah,
what
the
people
new
like
We'll
now.
Grizz show everybody our art.
Yep.
Yeah, again, 3 artist renditions, all of them with shoulder length hair.
Anyway,
Mhm.
you guys. Otter sits you down on the bed, Thyra, and begins braiding your hair. You begin talking to her about all the things that have unfolded over the past couple of years. Namely, she asks about your powers and how they're coming along, and talks about wild shaping into bears and other things, things like that. As you mentioned that you can turn into a brown bear, she's a bit amazed, and sort of mutters under her breath, "I can only turn into a black bear." And so on and so forth. You figure out that the tribe has been going well. There have been a couple of instances recently with Lin Jay that have been sort of troubling. You sort of get from her gossiping about it that there is a small bandit presence there that has been talking a lot about the tribe itself. But she doesn't know that much about it because Kiva and the elders and Mildred keep it under pretty solid wraps. She talks about Brita and how she's coming into her powers, but she's not quite as strong as her, or she guesses you. She talks about Isolde, who is coming along well. She's turning out to be quite the nice young girl. She likes to run. She's kind of athletic, but she's not strong yet, but she'll get there. And talks about how the tribe is growing, bountiful, and throughout any minor issues that they might have had over the past few years, they're happy and they're prospering. You also get the sense that Riley is still here, but she doesn't mention much of it. She just sort of drops the name and looks over at Izzy a little bit. And at the end of the conversation, she just says,
Can I roll an insight check on why she drops a name around me?
Sure.
Like, doesn't want to talk about it around me? Like, I just want to see if, like, it's just because I'm there and it's personal, or does she not understand our entire relationship? That's a 20, and not a natural 20, but that's a 20. It's a 19 plus 1.
In her doing it, you see her drop the name, sort of like half forgetting that you're here, and look over to you, and just breeze on straight past it. You don't really get an inkling as to exactly what it is, but there's something there. And at the end of it, Thyra, she sort of glances back over to Izzy, acknowledging that she's said something that she probably shouldn't have, and goes, "So, and she leans in closer to you. What's your friend's name? The one who likes the stars?"
Alakian. He's not here right now. He tends to go off on his own a lot. He was and I will describe Alakian, long dark hair, really white.
So,
male. What's he like? I've knocked him unconscious a few times.
I just want to say that I rolled a perception check and I got a 19 again, so I hear this.
You hear bits and pieces of it, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I will creep. Once I hear them talking about the lake in, I'm gonna get a little closer and be like, fucking involve me in this.
It's nothing really, I was just curious. You know, I like stars, that's all. So noticing Izzy get closer, she's like looking down a little bit.
I look at Thyra and be like, try to communicate with the look like, how much can I ask your sister about?
Equa,
like,
don't you do this to me, you fuck.
Yeah, I want to gauge.
My phone is on. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't necessarily like him, but I trust him with my life. Just be careful.
Oh, no.
He might try to steal something from you.
It's not like that. I was just going to ask him about, what he's seen. Things.
Sure.
Alakian he's a complicated man. He's had a lot happen to him throughout his life, from what we can tell. He's secretive, but deep down, I think he's a decent enough person. And let's be honest, he's a very pretty person as well. So that's a check in the good column, I say.
I wouldn't know. I'm too young for that.
Alan, you're 16. That's objectively not true. We're older than you. We're both older than you.
Don't give me that I am too young crap.
No, you're 16.
It's fine. You're all done, huh? And she sort of like steps back from your hair, which is beautifully braided with flowers and things sort of like weaved into it. It is exactly like it used to be.
Oh, do you remember the flower glade that we used to go to when we were growing up?
Yeah, of course.
You know how we used to be able to sneak out to get there at night? So we can go
Yeah.
look at the stars? And you can be smarter than me?
Do you want to do that again?
Yeah, I do. But I'm gonna need a favor from you. Possibly.
Sure.
There might be some trouble coming our way that you heard us talking about up in my room earlier.
Right. Yeah. The red sphere
And the devils.
and the devils. Different, not related.
Do Brita and Isolde know the way?
To the flower glade.
Our way?
I've brought Brita a couple times. Isolde. I took Isolde there once. She was kind of fidgety. She didn't really like being there, away from everything. But I could probably get her to come.
No, not when we go. But if things start to look a little south, you take them there and try and figure out a way to get a hold of me.
Okay. Sure. I don't see things going south here though.
You never know. I tend to... Trouble tends to follow me everywhere I go. Buildings explode. The earth collapses. Werewolves.
To be fair, every time we've had trouble find us, it's been unrelated to you.
But I'm still there.
You're still there, aye, but
And the devils probably will know.
what I mean now is probably the devils might be because of us, of all of us, not just the one.
But it's just a precaution. You can't
Just a
be
precaution, aye.
too over-prepared.
I will remind them of that way over there, just in case.
Well, I'm not sure about you two, but I have two very beautiful people I have to go meet and drink with. So it's been lovely to meet you, Oda. Tyra, I see you later, I guess. But I have things to see and people to do, and I leave.
As you leave, you see Wade,
I will.
Alakian, and Free, who've been home for a little while by now, so you can be doing whatever you guys want to do. I assume just getting ready.
Could I have on our trip back to the house? I just would have been like, I'll catch right up with you guys, and then go back the other direction. I don't need the RP it. I sent you a text, if that works. But then I would come back after.
I want to ask Otto one more question after Izzy leaves.
Sure thing.
Why did I just forget what that question was?
Well, you remember, I'll say Isabel probably dip into like Thyra's room, and then change into nicer clothing.
The
Instead of her
question
travel
keeps coming
clothing.
to me and I keep losing it. I forgot what the question was. I should have wrote it down.
It's all right. There's no worries.
When I'm leaving the house, and when I see a Lakey, I'll just pat him on the shoulder and leave.
Never mind.
The fuck is that for?
She's gone.
I'm saying, like, I know. I'm just saying, as you hit me on the shoulder, just turn around, like, and just say it as you're walking away.
She says nothing and leaves.
I figured.
I think that was her way of saying, see you guys tomorrow.
I feel like that might be a little bit different, but we'll go with that, sure. Yeah. Can I insight check a shoulder pat?
Sure, make an insight
No,
check.
kidding. I'm kidding. There's
At
no
a
way
very
that would
high
make
DC.
sense. I'd roll a natural 20. We all know it's fine.
Well, it was a 19 on my charisma, deception, or persuasion, whatever the fuck it would be. So I don't know. Do what you want, man.
All right, I remembered the question.
Okay.
Oh,
How did you get out to your lessons today, Ada?
Oh, he didn't have any today. Yeah, I'm not really into the weapon sort of thing. I'm more into the historian sort of side, and I had a lesson yesterday, but not today.
You didn't have a lesson. Alright.
I'm getting older. I don't need lessons all the time.
You know, I had lessons every day until I left.
Right, but you were about my age when you left.
True. And how much you want to bet that I would still be in that room if, well, trying to get out of one of them.
Yeah, but you know what Mom's like. She puts more effort into you because you're first in the line to take over.
Yeah, I also have the most problems.
You're not
That makes a
problem.
little bit more sense.
Personality traits, you know? Fine.
So are people still scared of me?
No one's scared of you.
Inside check.
Make an insight check.
What's 7 plus 4?
11.
11.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, she. Perception's at a 0. Fuck. She rolled an 11. Yeah. So make it breaks it. You get the sense that A, she's not a very good liar, and you've been around her your whole life. You can see when she's lying about something. B, she's not really attempting to hide it so much. She's just sort of thinking about a way of wording it around.
To make me feel better, as she always does.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't say scared. The elders are still a little apprehensive, but they'll come around. You're different now.
Yes, and I guess I'll have to show them that.
I'm sure they'd love that. Maybe. So, is there anything else that you want to do while you're sitting with Oda? Any questions that you have that she...
No, that was it.
Awesome sauce. So, Izzy, you walk off into the evening and attempt to find your people. We'll catch up with you in probably a couple hours. The rest of you all meet up. You can get dressed and do whatever you feel like it's necessary for the party, and then we'll skip right ahead to getting to it unless someone else wants to do any roleplay in between.
I want to. I think I'm probably just going to keep on the armor I have, since I've got some really nice black-looking armor now. I feel like that's kind of just like,
yeah,
that's.
I want to go get Pout and bring him into the willow tree.
Okay, sure. You see him still on the cart, like in the dark.
This will be
Just
the
like
one
what-
place he doesn't like. He's gonna come in here.
Yeah.
I don't like this place.
I don't like it here.
He's kind of just left there on the cart with the horses. It does not take you long to find him, and he's just like swimming around in the tank as he always does. Pick him up and start taking him home.
Yeah.
You can leave him in there if you want to. It's totally fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave him at home. I'm gonna tell one of the bears to make sure that they feed him.
Okay, sure, that's fine.
Okay, yeah. Before we leave, I'm assuming because Thyra would have walked out while we were getting ready, so I probably would have seen her hair braided. If Anna comes down before it's time for us to leave, I would ask her to braid my hair too. Not like that, but like in a nice, like tight braid, instead of just kind of having my hair in like the half ponytail that it's normally in.
Sure, I'll allow that. Thyra went to go and get the fish. Sure, that gives you time.
Okay.
She accepts the offer in braiding. How would you like? How specifically do you want it? You want it with the flowers in, or just a straight?
I'd rather not. Just like I said, just kind of like a tight braid.
Okay.
Instead of like I said, like typically have like a ponytail like up top,
Sure.
like basically like middle of the
So-
hair, kind of what the normal look is.
That is very easy to do. You feel your hair sort of lessen in length, maybe like 2 or 3 inches, as it is pulled tight and up. And it is a thin, nice braid. It'll stay there for a while.
Cool. Yeah. Once
Nice.
she's done, I'll turn around and I'll tell her thank you.
It's okay. It's fine. Okay, I'm gonna get ready. She just dips up backstairs.
I'm just drafting a quick letter. And then I'm gonna sneak up into Thyra's room and gonna take the hat off she made for me. I'm gonna put the letter in the hat and I'm gonna slide it like under her bed or under a bureau, something that's got, that's lifted but kind of hidden.
Okay. Sure, that's easy enough to do.
Would we have time for a short rest before the party?
Well, you short rested in the bath.
Oh, we did, didn't we? Okay.
Yes, we did.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Cool.
Sweet.
So, if Free, you have anything specific that you want to do?
Nope, she's typically always dressed nice, and she had a bath, so she already looks fine.
Great.
Wade,
I wanted to check. If everyone else
She
was
is happy.
Wade is putting on his fancy robe thing, or not robe, but where the thing you bought last
The
time,
jacket you just bought?
Yeah.
So, you all meet back up, minus Izzy, in the bottom of the willow tree in sort of the main opening foyer with the chairs that are aligned in the center of it. All dressed the part, Otter joins you, looking fancier than normal. She too sort of has a couple flowers sitting around in her short silver hair. And you all head out and leave. So, Thyra, you would know, having grown up here in the tribe, about the festivals that occur here. They normally take place in the center courtyard, where food is always prepared. There is often a very large lit bonfire that people like to dance around. There are displays of strength from entertainers and performers. There is dancing, there is music, and all such things. So you know where to go, and almost instantly, as you step out of the willow tree and sort of into the cool, brisk air of the evening, the sun is pretty much all set by now. There are just sort of like streaks of red across the skyline that sort of dip into the trees, or just behind them, and then as you look up, it becomes this sort of darker blue-black with specks of white. And as you do so, almost instantly the sound of music hits you. I'll put this one on. I always say this one's classic, though, right?
Oh no. Darkness
From North
was
Carol.
chaos last time this music played.
Yeah, us and parties aren't a good mix.
Nope.
It happens every time.
And you head off to the courtyard.
As soon as Frey hears the music, darkness.
Where? Who's talking about? I'm doing it again. So you head off down the thin sort of dirt paved roads to the main courtyard, where you see a familiar large, maybe like 15 feet, 20 feet wide bonfire that is currently flickering in a beautiful orange light, surrounded by large stones with druidic carvings into the sides of them. You see there are a number of women who are just holding hands and dancing around the outside of the fire already. The party has already started. To your right, as you come in, you see a set of tables. There is a long, sort of thick ones, kind of raised up a little bit in the center, and on the side there are smaller ones, but still long enough. And sitting in the center of the high one is your mother, the matriarch, flanked on either side by a group of elders. You see all of them there, apart from Kiva, who doesn't take you long to find. She's just sort of standing off to the side, just doing like a little jig, enjoying the music as she does. She's the most lighthearted one, so she's enjoying herself while she can. You see long tables filled with food and drink. You see logs that are situated around the outside of the campfire, maybe 20-30 feet away. The people are sitting on, conversing with each other. It is generally a good atmosphere. So, Izzy, did you head here or did you go somewhere else?
I would head to the. I said that's where you just meet up at the festival, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, you said you're gonna meet up at the festival.
Yeah, then I'll head there and I'll intermingle and I'll talk and I'll be kind and charismatic as Isabel is.
So by the time you get there, you guys, it doesn't take you long. Like off on the side, you see Izzy sitting on a log, arms folded out, and in each arm there is a half-orc woman, like a sly grin on her face, and they're just sort of like going with it. You know, they're okay with this. So, welcome to the festival. What would you guys like to do?
Should I go over and ruin her fun by having a little bit of fun of my own?
Don't you dare.
What do you mean by fun?
We've had enough trouble. Maybe let her have this party.
I feel like it might be come up with a seaside or play a prank. I'm obviously not the only one here that has to say anything, so.
So, when does the hunt start for the firefly catching?
Well, I mean, there are too many people right now for the fireflies to really come too close, but if you want to catch some fireflies, there's always the after party. And I wink over at Ada.
Yeah, she takes knowledge and looks down, kind of blushing a little bit.
Okay.
There's a place we can go to catch fireflies.
Right.
After we have our fun. There's no prize or contest, but it'll be fun.
We could have a contest between all of us.
We could.
That could be entertaining.
I think so. I mean, y'all get to see my technique. A little rusty. I haven't done it since I was, 18, but it'll be fun.
Can't say I ever have.
Thyra, with your passive perception, you hear some slight commotion over by your mother's table. You see your mother talking to Breeder, who's like, "Come on, I'm 15. I'm allowed to have a drink, at least a little bit." And she's like, "No, Breeder, you're not of age yet, and I won't take it anymore. Go and have fun with your friends." And she's like, "Mom," and they're just bickering back and forth about it.
When you said there was a commotion, my heart fucking skipped a beat. You have traumatized us so much.
I love this
Any
PTSD.
social gathering in this game. I just went like, oh god, no.
The bandits are coming! Fuck!
I see Brita is as headstrong as ever.
Yeah, Oda, sort of like, at the mention of it, looks over. Oh, she's been asking for that for like 2 years now, and she won't give her any wine. And she shouldn't. I don't even drink wine.
I don't either.
See? Good role models.
Maybe you.
Alakian says nothing.
Yeah. Free's like,
Flashbacks to when you were puking out the side of a tavern at the bar, while the rest of your friends went and fought more demons. in the
Hey,
basement.
The time
Mhm.
before that, I listened to someone get tortured while I got drunk. So
Where's the moonshine?
Well, what kind of moonshine do you want? Well,
They're,
I mean,
they're
it's not
different
called
kinds.
moonshine. I will take
will
him
take
over to
whatever.
the alcoholic beverage area.
Okay.
I will follow.
Yeah, you do so. There are sort of a couple people behind some of these tables who are just handing out or pouring mugs of various liquids. You can pick what you want. There's
So,
wine. There's
how did you make this?
Griz. I drink. You know this, right?
To be fair, I drink and I don't know how to make shit.
Do
I'm the
you-
opposite person to ask.
Do you spit in it? Do you step on the stuff? You mix it with your toenails?
No,
What's your secret ingredient?
Oh god.
we
Swamp water?
ferment the fruit and put it in a
Yep.
jug. I don't fucking know, you guys. Hold on.
Ask,
It-
but yes.
How
If it's
is-
Short
if
and
it's wine,
sweet, that is the easiest way to go. Yes.
You
if
crush
it's
the
wine,
wine,
then
you collect-
yes. If
you
it's
collect the
if
juice,
it's
let it
mead
ferment,
slash
let it
beer
age,
slash
you flavor
ale,
it.
It'd be
Yeah.
barley,
this was
wheat,
such a good
whatever.
episode for me, you guys. I've
Yeah.
done such a good job this episode.
Okay, the
So
thing
much
about
research
moonshine
for him.
Equa is there's always just some random shit in it that's not supposed to be in it. If that helps.
How is moonshine?
Mashed potatoes. I don't
Get
know.
an
Yeah,
herb moonshine. That seems, normal from here.
Also, I went to open up the notes that I had. I wrote down the names of the people that I'm attempting to sleep with, and the file is in fact named Threesome. So I'll let
Wow.
everyone else know that.
Wow.
Yeah, it has their names and then the names of Tara's dad, because that's what I had open. So that's not great.
So what we do is we ferment a sugar source to produce ethanol from various things.
Okay, yeah,
That's
yeah. But like I said, you add mud, you take a bath in it, anything like that.
Oh,
No,
that's
nothing like
gracious.
that. Sometimes we add a few things for flavor. Petals of certain flowers. Sometimes the scales fish, or a couple of sort of tender pieces of meat can do well if you sit them in there for a while.
This
Quite
is
fucking
moonshine,
weird.
right?
Yep.
Yep,
You guys are
totally.
weird.
I'm gonna say at this point, Isabel's like getting some drinks for her and her and her companions, and he overhears this and goes, "Wait, if you'd like, I could spit in your cup for you."
You gotta do it during the cooking process, or else that's just gross. You spit in my drink. That's nasty.
Fair enough.
It all comes out during the
I don't
cooking.
want to know what's in my drink. I was going to take one and walk away.
I am going to get some wine because I don't know, wine tastes good.
I know that one because
Ah.
I did research on that for game.
I am
that.
not going to
Not gonna ask
how it's made because
We
I don't
need
give
to-
two shits.
We're not the Discovery Channel, damn it.
Yeah. I'm gonna just get some wine.
We're
just
here to drink and dance.
Yeah.
And be
I'm-
socially awkward.
I'm here
On
to
that note,
drink, dance, and have fun.
on that note, Alekia is trying to find partners to dance and just mingling among
Okay.
different people.
Make an insight check.
Cool. Insight, that is 12. Ugh.
12?
Yep.
Looking around, almost everyone has a partner at the moment, apart from a couple people who are just getting sloshed in the back, or who are conversing among themselves. You do see one person who is free at the moment, in the form of an elderly half-orc woman, sort of resting on a staff, doing a little jig to herself, off to the side.
Do I recognize this person?
It's Kiva.
Cool. I want to go ask Kira for advice then. Because fuck it.
Make a persuasion check.
Alright. That's better. That is a 22.
The DC for this was like an 11. She takes your hand and with a big smile begins to dance with you around the campfire. She's not the most graceful in her old age, but she's
I
fun.
didn't figure, but I mean, I'm having fun, and
Exactly. And she's
So-
having a good time.
yeah.
Well, Autumn, what do you say we show these people what we're made of and teach these outsiders our ways?
Sure. One for me, one for you.
Take your pick.
Wow.
What does that mean?
She
What does
looks
that
over
mean?
The
holds her
only
hand
two
out.
that are left are Free and Wade.
She holds her hand out to you, Wade.
Alright, Trade, looks like it's you and me.
Grab Joy.
All right.
So,
And I'll lead them over to by the fire and start dancing. around the fire.
everyone who is dancing right now, which is everyone apart from Izzy, go ahead and make a performance check for me. Roll one for Otter. I'm doing either, but I already said she was okay.
On brand.
Oh, great.
So I just
rolled a 7, but I got a +8, so it's still a 15.
Okay.
I felt left out, so I did a persuasion check to try to gather a crowd as I'm telling stories, and I rolled a natural 20.
Sure.
19.
No.
Yeah.
21.
19. Yeah. So, Alakian, you're cruising right now. You are having a good time. You are matching Kiva's movements well and leading in times that she wants you to lead. It is a dynamic pair and a sight to behold. Wade and Otter, much in the same vein, almost better, as they just glide around the side of the campfire.
I'm using Mage Hand every once in a while to like do the twirly bits and stuff.
Mhm.
Adding
Yeah,
flair.
she takes it and enjoys it, and you two just bounce and laugh your way around the campfire in circles. Free got a 15. Thyra.
While we're dancing, can I use thaumaturgy to change the color of the fire to like the purple of Thyra's eyes whenever she's in the rage
Sure.
thing?
Yeah, in times where you twirl Kiva around, she lets go of your hand for a moment, and you clap and put forth the motion, and the color changes in the flame to a vibrant version of Thyra's eyes. As you look into it, the different colors almost match the pupil in the middle of the iris from the center of the flame, where it gets hotter. It's nice. In doing so, Free, you're like, okay, I'm kind of getting this. It's kind of going well. But Thyra is bigger than your average partner. Certainly bigger than anyone that you've danced with before. And it's been a minute since she tried to. And as she's sort of like starting to go around, she's sort of tripping over her feet a little bit, and then the fire, vroom, all of a sudden changed a different color, and you notice it and take a couple steps back and almost stumble backwards, landing on your ass, and Free, you get pulled down next to her. Everyone's sort of like, and keeps going.
This is why I prefer to play music.
I apologize there, Free. I'm not much of a dancer.
It's alright. I'm pretty sure I tripped over Izzy last time. I did this too, so it's not just you.
Both times Free has danced, she has not done well.
Well, the one last time.
At least the ground is soft.
Could be worse.
We could have ended up in the fire.
I feel like I would come out of that a little better than you.
That's true. Do I, obviously I do, but do I recognize any specific people that are here?
Why don't you make a perception check for me?
13.
13, you recognize your family and the elders and a couple of different tribe people that are similar looking to how you last left them. That's about it.
I'm on the lookout for a very specific person.
But regardless, you two pick yourselves up and continue the dance.
Yes.
Halfway muddy and dirtied, but no dignity is lost. And as the musicians end their song with a flourish, there is a round of cheering. Wade Otter giggles as you release her and sort of compliments you on your footwork. And Kiva onto your lake and says, "Very impressive. Maybe we should do that again later."
Maybe, yeah. Sounds like a good time. I had a good time. Did you have a good time?
I did.
Good. I'm glad.
And as she sort of departs from you and sort of walks off to the side, Thyra, you notice her. Give you a wink.
For the record, it's not
That's
the
exactly what Thyra
distraction.
did. Thyra rolls her eyes back. That is
Yeah, she sees this and sort of gives a brief chuckle and walks off to sit down with your mother and the rest of the elders.
I can promise you that was not the intention of that interaction at all.
taking advantage of a poor old woman.
No, I had a good time, and she looked like she wanted to have somebody. She looked like she wanted a dance partner, so I walked over and I offered my hand for a dance partner.
You get the sense, Thyra, it was more so a teasing thing. Than
Yeah.
An intentional.
Yes,
So-
I know.
So, as that ends, anything else that you guys want to do in the meantime?
Get some food, because food.
Yeah, might as well eat.
I am telling exaggerated stories of my life.
Yeah, as you mentioned, the great werewolf scourge of Big Dacky, how you and the Silvered Goat saved the masses from this evil plague of merciless beasts.
It was the third day of the siege.
Yeah, you are attracting a small crowd who are like, even Thyra, as you look over, and the rest of you look over, you even see Isolde, who is like sitting cross-legged on the ground, staring up at Izzy.
Oh
like,
no! No, that's bad. I'm a bad influence on everyone below any age. The only one who should talk to Isabel are people who are older than her, honestly.
But the rest of you go back up to the table, grab some food, and you can go and eat it where you are. You can go and sit down with the matriarch and the rest of your family if you choose to, or you can go somewhere else. Doesn't matter to me.
Well, I guess one of the benefits of being my friend, we get to go sit at the big table.
I like big tables.
If you're sure that's all right.
I mean,
That's great, because at my family gatherings, I used to have to sit at the kiddie table a lot. So,
I feel like that's disproportional.
but it's okay, they were always more fun anyways, you know? Old people are boring.
I'm sure we've all had those times when we sat in like a child's chair and your knees are up around your ears. I imagine that, but twice as bad because they're halflings.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just him on the floor,
Monday through Friday,
essentially.
that's my life.
Oh god, I
It's
forgot.
like the almost 6 foot Wade and like the 2 feet tall halfling kids who just like sitting there throwing food at each other, and he's just like, "Yep."
I'm a 20-year-old man.
Where I belong. It's right where I belong.
So regardless,
Adorable.
you walk up to the center table on the western side of the town courtyard. and sit down with your family, watch the dances and performance sort of clear off the area, and make way for new entertainers who are these like big, stronger women who each hold a variety of different tools to demonstrate their strength.
No, now this is what I call it, entertainment.
So, as you watch forward, Free, Alakian, and Wade, make a charisma check for me, or a charisma saving.
Just charisma saving throw.
Straight up charisma saving throw.
Is there stuff in the
Pretty
food?
good. Yeah, I figured.
Oh, charisma is different than constitution.
It is. 19 for me.
That's my life.
19?
Dust of deliciousness. is a
Another
charisma.
19. Rolled a 14 again.
19.
I rolled a 6 plus 8. So
A 6
I got a
plus
14.
8.
I think.
13.
Yeah, okay.
Why?
So, as you guys look forward to see these women sort of line up and prepare themselves and sort of settle into a stance that is wide and sort of enhances the view of their muscles against the backlit fire. And as the music sort of kicks up again, this one's a little bit more tribal, a little bit more drum heavy, and they begin to sort of move in these very sharp, quick, precise movements that accentuate their strength. As it's almost akin to like a hacker. Like there is lots of them like stamping their feet, sort of pounding their chest and assuming forms of strength. None of you are crazy intimidated by this, thanks to your high rolls. It's not something in the food.
I figured.
As they sort of lock eye contact with you all manage to maintain it and sort of hold your ground. And you see a couple grins arise on their faces. Thyra, you've seen this countless times. You are well aware of this, and also you could probably rival some of the people up there with your 20-odd strength.
Trying to decide if it would be an Alakian thing to try and go and join in or not.
Terrible idea.
That's a terrible idea, I know, but it's comical in my head. I just wanted to share that with everyone else.
But,
So, Mum, will you be displaying any of your talents tonight?
oh, I don't know. It's been a while. Don't really have that many visitors here. I might sit this one out. But Breda, she might be able to do it in my place.
I've
You see
seen one of
Breda
her talents.
like, off to the side, sort of half. Her face is like half into like this big turkey leg, so like turns and. Great, I could do that. Yeah, we'll see. Of course, you're plenty strong. You could be up there with them.
Oh, not in a crowd this size.
Maybe something smaller then. Well,
Best not to scare everybody my first night back.
oh, I wouldn't worry about that. It's all in good fun. But if you are looking for someone to impress, he sort of nudges you and points, and you see sort of walking up in sort of brighter furs that are a little bit tighter and a little bit more flowing. Sort of this red lily in the side of the hair. You see a familiar grey-skinned half-orc woman with sort of this long, straight hair that is put off to the side, to the back, scarred arms and torso that are showing with pride, and these bright blue eyes. She's just sort of standing there, sort of watching the fire.
That, Mom, is a situation I have not figured out how to deal with yet.
Well, one of the many responsibilities of being a leader is finding out stuff like that. You should talk to her.
But I will stand up. I'll be back.
The rest of you, apart from Izzy, who are all sitting there chewing on your food, notice Thyra stand up and straighten herself off and start walking.
Does she walk past me?
Sure.
I'm gonna pat her on the shoulder and just be like, I don't know what you're getting ready to do, but good luck. And I'm gonna cast guidance just for the hell of it.
Okay, that lasts for 1 minute.
It'll last for until I get there, so I won't trip over my own feet.
Exactly. That was the whole intention.
So sure, you feel a pat on the sort of mid back as Alakian just gives you a quick smack, and you feel the blessing of the Raven Queen sort of look down on you for a little bit.
Unfortunately, I don't have Bless prepared. I have Sanctuary.
Oh my Laura.
But you approach. As you do, you see her sort of meet your eyes and sort of give a gentle smile and a nod. She just sort of stands there, waiting, arms sort of holding each other.
Enjoying the night?
Sure. Yeah, I think so. It's always a fun time when I get to attend these festivals and sort.
Are you gonna be showing off your skills tonight with some of the others?
Well, we'll see. I didn't have any immediate plans for it, and sort of looks down at the nicer furs that she's wearing. But we'll see.
Why didn't y'all always tell me clothes are for getting dirty?
Right. Yeah, well, most of them. I keep these as clean as possible, but I don't know. If the urge arises, I'll go. So, I almost didn't believe it when I heard you were back in town. What's the occasion?
Getting a friend out of another friend's head, I guess.
Well, I can count on you to always find the weirdest situations to find yourself in, right?
That's not even the weirdest.
He gives a gentle chuckle at this. Is it weird being back here after all this time?
Feels different. I'm not the same as when I left.
Not the same how?
What are you here for the fire show?
Oh, I'll be here for that.
Well, I meant the one about how long ago? 15, 20 minutes ago.
Oh, how long has she been here for?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm asking if she saw what Alakian did to the fire.
Oh, I see. Yeah, she says, I saw something. I didn't know who did it.
Well, considering the colors, I'm pretty sure I can garner a guess who it was.
Right.
But, yeah, the purple are in my eyes now.
I noticed. They look nice.
Thank you. I like this look. We're usually not as well dressed.
Right. Yeah, it's trying something new. It's a special occasion, after all.
It's just a festival.
You gonna dance after this?
Sure. I'm not very good at it, if you recall.
Right. I've learned a few things. I can teach you.
You've taught me a lot. I think if anybody can teach me to dance, it'd be you.
Well, try not to get quite so physical as normal. Not like that. I meant with the brawling and the. Never mind. Sorry.
No, I got that out of my system. I tackled Brita earlier today.
That's good. That's good. Well, she sort of holds out her hand. And waits for you to take it.
I will take her hand.
So, the rest of you watch as Tara begins dancing with this tall, grey-skinned half-orc woman who's dressed up nice.
Do I need to roll another performance check?
Yes, you do.
Oh god.
Guidance from across the
Watching
room.
this happen.
Oh, sure, really well.
I rolled a 2, so it's a 3.
Hold on.
Oh,
Oh.
It doesn't matter. So, what'd you say you have? A 6? Total?
3.
She had a
Oh.
3.
3 total, yeah,
I
sorry.
rolled a 2
Not worth
plus
spending.
1.
Ben luck.
I think it absolutely is.
It would only give her a D4, so she, like,
Hey,
it's a fail.
I mean,
four is
Hey,
better than a
hey,
3.
everything helps, you know?
Alright, I will bend luck. Fine.
Okay. So,
2.
That's a 5.
Hey.
It's a 5.
That's a quarter way to
Far
perfect.
better than what it was when I danced with Free. I
So-
might not throw her into the fire.
The way I'll roleplay this, I see them dancing or whatever, and I just cast message to her and I say, "Good luck, you got this."
let me just double check it, see if you have to roll on your table.
No.
I'm
Just,
gonna
just use
prepare
source
Spare
points.
the Dying for if one of them eventually ends up in the fire.
Yeah.
No.
With Wade's inspiratory comment, you don't fall over. You are clunky as all hell. Dancing is not really your thing. And you are very much akin to stepping on her toes and tripping over your own feet. But with her help, and she rolled a natural 19. With her help, you sort of start to get into it. It's more graceful than what you were doing with Free, although it's not. No one will call it good dancing. It is more so you two laughing at each other and yourself as you sort of roll around a little bit here. But it's nice. It's a nice experience.
Are people watching?
You get a couple looks from the more experienced dancers as you nearly like run into them. But no one's really paying crazy attention to you beyond, oh, that's Thyra, she returned, you know.
That's about how I remember it.
You did great. You'll get the hang of it. We'll deal with it later.
I do a lot better with a weapon in my hand.
Right. I remember. So, how long are you staying for?
A couple of days at least. I think my mom wants me to deal with the problem in Zhenli.
Linja.
Linjay.
I mean, it sounds like it'll be fun. If you find the time and you want to, you know, hang out or anything,
Well,
you know where I am.
Well, I think either later tonight we might be going to the Glade if you want to come.
Sure. I'd like that.
Just try not to drink too much.
Okay. I remember.
There.
She sort of like puts the hair tucking back behind the ear again. Became dislodged in the dancing.
So how have you been since I've been gone? I kind of expected more aggressive welcome.
I mean, my feelings were pretty hurt when you left, without saying anything, but I'm trying not to hold on to past things that don't help me anymore. I'm trying to emphasize the good parts. Like this. She sort of points to the scars across her torso and arms. It might not have been the best experience, but they help make me who I am, and that's a good thing. I'm not saying that we'll, go back to anything, but it's nice to see you, at least.
Good to see you too. I will bend down and give her like a kiss on the cheek and whisper in her ear. I can control it, by the way.
Yeah, at this you see her eyebrows like shoot up, and she's like, "Really? That's amazing. I'm glad for you. It's great."
You played a big part in that.
I did nothing.
You did more than you think you did.
Thanks.
Come, let me introduce you to some of the misfits I've picked up along the way.
Oh, okay. As you lead her over to the table, what are the rest of you guys doing?
Eating, trying to talk shop with freaking matriarch that I can't remember her name because I'm terrible with names.
Okay. What are you trying to talk to her about?
Just different things, just like around, like that goings on around here, basically.
Okay, sure. She her answers are a little bit more cold than you've experienced with her talking to Thyra. A little bit shorter, but she informs you of the general runnings of the tribe and how it works. How the elders advise her, she makes the decisions, and she does so for the better of the tribe. And she's been the matriarch for decades. And you start to talk about it a little bit. She seems interested enough, but not. She's not putting in that much effort right now. She's sort of keeping an eye on other things.
Okay.
Free and Wade, you doing anything?
Eating food. And drinking the alcohol.
Cool, you do so. Free? Same thing?
Yeah, and watching the dancers just to like kind of pick up on it if she goes back dancing later.
Fair enough. Izzy, what you doing?
Try to seal the deal, Equa.
Okay, make a charisma check.
Been rolling really good tonight. It's pretty good. Plus 5. So that is a 17.
One of them, the younger one, seems a little more interested than the other one, who is kind of like, "Oh, okay, like you're nice, but we're not quite there yet." The younger one is like sort of more into you.
Okay.
So you might have a shot depending on what you roll later tonight.
Okay.
If what you do later in the night and how you wake up. Cool. So that's your night.
Good night.
The rest of you watch as Thyra walks this grey-skinned half-orc up to the rest of you.
Yeah. I'm on a razor's edge waiting for the other shoe to drop. By the way, I'm waiting for you to fuck us over.
As we walk past Izzy and her escapades, I will say, "Well, that was Izzy."
I will wave in acknowledgement, and she's in a very good mood.
Yeah, she sort of gives you a confused wave back, and that's impressive.
Izzy Riley.
Hi.
And keep going.
Yeah, at Izzy's wave, and then sort of getting back immediately to it, she's like, "Oh," and just follows you over. You arrive not long after at the long tables that the rest of the family and group are sitting at.
Everybody, this is Riley. Riley, this is Free, Alakian, and Wade.
Howdy.
We
Wow.
make the Silvered Goat.
That's nice. It's a fun name.
Riley helped train me for years, and she was one of the most important people in my life before I left.
I wouldn't say that.
I guess it's a good thing I'm the one saying it.
Pretty good funny.
Well, it's nice to meet all of you.
Pleasure's all
Likewise.
ours.
Wow.
And so yeah, you are introduced to Riley. Ironic that the person who's most into figuring out who this was is now not interested at all because she's over there trying to tongue someone else.
Isabel does not know who this person is. She just saw it that I were walking with someone from the village. She doesn't know it's Riley.
Choice of words.
Haha, I got you, Griz.
But I did tell Izzy her name.
Phrasing!
Well, Isabel's busy and also kind of drunk, so she's our man on other things.
So yeah, is there anything else that you guys want to do for the rest of the night?
Riley, my mom thinks I should display some of my talents.
You should. You'd be suited for it.
I'd need an opponent. Anybody up for a challenge?
What kind of challenge we talking about there?
The kind where I pummel you into the ground?
Am I allowed to use my magic?
No magic.
Never mind.
Not a chance, darling. Sorry.
Sure, I'm in for an interesting evening. Fuck it.
Oh boy.
That will be interesting. You're it's a bit
He
skinny.
has been, funny enough, Riley, he has been on the receiving end of many an unconscious beating.
Well, I appreciate that you're ever eager for more. Whatever that says about you.
Don't read into it too much.
I think only once it was on purpose. The other two were out of my control. I think.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. I am looking forward to seeing this. So, you guys proceed through the night. There are a variety of different entertainment factors that come in here before eventually the floor of the courtyard itself starts to be cleared and moved away in preparation for 2 sets of essentially brawling pits to wrap up the night. And as they do, you watch as your mother stands up and says, "Right then, who wants to be first in tonight's more physical entertainment? Show of hands."
I'll stand up.
When she stands up, I'll stand up.
Well, in honor of the celebration of who we're here for, how about we start with you, Thyra?
Alright,
Pick your opponent.
skinny white guy.
I start to stand up. Not me, right?
I'm already
I'll
standing.
take on the lake
so-
first.
So, the pits are cleared, and you watch as a small crowd gathers around the outside of the first one, as the two of you are led into the small ring that is put there. And Moda says, "Right, rules are simple. First one to set foot out of the ring loses. Alternatively, you could just pummel the other person until they can barely breathe. That also works. Any questions?"
Nope. Sounds like fun to me.
In that case, may the first brawl of the night begin. And with that, we are going to go ahead and take our break, and we will return for this little venture. You guys fight each other a lot. You noticed that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Really, Thyra tends to brawl people a lot, so that's interesting.
Hey, she's a
Um,
This
barbarian.
is
we
the
will
first
be
time
back
she's
here.
done it with people around. A
Mhm.
lot of people around. She was never allowed to do this before she left.
Excuse me.
We will be back here in 10 to 15 minutes to continue the story and figure out how this goes. I think we know how this will go. But until then, go get snacks, go pee and whatever, and we'll be back here soon. See you guys soon.
Yay.
Fuck am I going wrong? So, as you guys walk up to the, I should say, makeshift sumo wrestling sort of thing, Modus holds up her arm, and when she shouts begin, she drops it. I'm going to pull you guys over to this map that I just made real quick. And I would like for Thyra and Alekian to roll initiative for me.
I will DM you mine just for the hell of it.
Nope.
10.
22.
10. Okay, so yeah, Alekian, you go first. You have the drop.
I'm gonna run up and try and do some dope rogue shit and kick her in the face.
Okay, so
Because
you
fuck
may move your token as you would like, as long as you don't step outside of the ring. You'll be good.
Brr.
Somebody lose.
Yeah, that hits. That's a 19 plus 5 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Yep. And so you take 2 damage.
2 damage from the blade.
2
as he runs up
damage.
and- it's almost like he runs up and then he's just standing there, blade in hand, and then you feel.
No, it's
Fuck
not.
this.
No, I'm using my bare hands. I'm not using weapons.
Oh. You can use
No.
weapons if you want to.
I could,
Alright.
but I don't want
He
to.
punches you in the stomach, Thyra, and it's like punching rocks as you just. As a
Yep.
gentle.
Oh.
Rock hard abs.
Rock hard abs.
I'm gonna reach down for his legs to throw him behind me.
Okay, sure. So, make a strength check for me.
17. Wait.
17.
Yeah.
So,
Do I get a
Was
chance to dodge
17?
this?
well, you didn't take your action to dodge. With the
Well,
17,
no,
you
but
throw him back around 5 feet behind you. He's not quite out of the ring yet, but he's there.
wouldn't that have been her trying to grapple me if she's grabbing me and throwing me behind her, though?
It's not a grapple. It's just a.
I
But
just
it's
threw you.
okay. You can only move like 5 feet at a time in doing that. It's not. That ain't crazy. This is weird rules, you guys. I didn't plan on this happening. So, Thyra, anything else you want to do on your turn?
I'm just gonna turn around and brace for my next push.
Okay. You do so. Alekian. What you doing?
I'm gonna sweep the leg.
Okay, so this is an attempt to knock prone. Make a strength check.
Okay. Natural 1.
Natural 1. Perfect. Yeah. You see how I like pull you and throw you back, and your foot like slides onto the wooden barricade at the edge of the ring, and you're like, okay. Put your hand on the ground and go to kick around, and it just, and she just looks at you, and you're like, fuck.
I'm gonna bonus action disengage and then go over here.
Okay,
Get in the middle
Fair
of the ring.
Thyra, you're up.
Seeing that he's trying to run away. Oh, you want this to be a real fight? I'm gonna whack him with my axe.
Okay, so that's your reaction as he's leaving your.
No, I bonus
You
action
just
disengage.
engage.
No, you're right.
This is my turn. I'm moving up to him and whacking him with my axe.
So roll an attack.
Yep, I'm on the wrong page. 17.
That is my AC.
It hits.
Do I want to do it, guys? Do I want to use my point of fury?
No.
You can get after the roll hits. So yes, you need to decide now. Yeah, you're right.
11. 11 points of damage.
Uncanny dodge.
Reduced to
5.
down 5. As she just walks up to you and pulls the axe off of her shoulder, and well, there's like a small spray of dirt that cakes you, as well as a little bit of blood that sort of like there's a small scar now that has appeared down the side of your arm. So I like it. What you doing?
Gonna crack my neck a little bit and be like, oh, alright. I'm just trying to be nice, but alright. And I'll pull out my rapier and I will attempt to stab her.
Go for it.
19 to hit.
Yep. I do not have a high AC, guys.
You're fucking bugged my thing. Hang on. That is 7 points of damage.
Yeah, as you take the hit, your arm's still kind of like getting a little bit numb from the wound. You just pull your rapier out and this little like gash appears on the side of your stomach as there's a small spray of blood that just. It's not very much, but it does a little bit of damage.
Alright. And that's it.
Tyra.
I'm gonna take another swing at him.
Good time.
Gonna drop my dice. Hold on. Oh, that's a natural 17 plus 7.
Yup.
And that's max damage. 16.
Uncanny dodge.
Points of damage reduced to 8. Yeah, as you feel the twinge of pain from the side of your stomach, and it sort of like kind of makes you buckle a little bit, and with that you and like almost cleave part of his Raven Queen inspired torso. Like kind of splits a little bit by some of the fibers. It hurts. It's rough.
So is that the game we're gonna play? You've got 2 choices. Pick door 1 or door 2.
I'm having a little bit of fun right now. So let's keep going.
Pick a door, 1 or 2.
Let's go with 1.
Bonus action rage.
Sweet.
Okay. Yeah. As you like are staring at him and making deep eye contact while saying this, he says door number 1, and you blink, and it's just orange. Like
He
the eyes
smiles
are
back.
glowing again.
He just smiles back.
So, Lakian, what you doing?
Told you I wanted to have a little bit of fun now, didn't I? Alright. Again, attack with the rapier. That is an 18 to hit.
Yep.
And he's going in for the rapier swing, and oh, that connects. That is gonna be a devastating blow.
10 points damage.
10 points of damage. Reduced to 5.
5.
I'm going to attack him with my axe again.
Sure thing.
Tyra's gonna
And
respond with
bracelet
an
hit.
axe blow.
That's a natural 20.
Nice.
Ooh, big hit.
Impressive damage from the half-orc on the rogue. Let's see how this turns out.
14, 15, because I'm raging. Plus 4 more.
19.
19 damage.
Yeah.
Uncanny dodge.
No. I get to roll another d12 because of my Orcish Fury. So that is another... Maths is hard.
How much more damage was on that?
19 more damage.
So it's 19 plus the d12. What would you get on the d12?
No, it was 19 plus what I just had.
Right, so what did you just add?
I just added my Orcish Fury, which is an extra d12.
And what did you roll on that?
Well, it's doubled because I crit. I rolled I rolled 19. 19 points of damage plus the 19 points of damage.
It's
How did you get
double
19? How did you get 19 from doubling?
Because I doubled my damage die. The first one I doubled my damage die from my axe, plus the 2 for raging, plus the 4 from my proficiency, and I rolled better for my Orcish Fury, which is doubled. Did I do the math
So-
wrong?
I'm not sure if you
You
add
can't double something and get 19. Since
Did
we're
I do the math wrong?
confused.
This is why I don't do math. Because I
So
rolled a 9.
you rolled a 9. Okay.
18. 9 times 2 is 18.
Yes.
Right, so
So
are you
it's
talking
19.
about attacks?
Savage attacker. It's an orc thing.
Right. So yeah, so you just straight up roll the d12.
Mhm.
And that's not doubled.
Oh, it's not? Then it was a 7. I thought
So
it
it's-
was. My bad.
So it's 19 plus 7, you said?
Yeah, so
So
it's
26
26.
up to 13 if you're uncanny dodging.
Yep.
Cool. Good to know. Yeah, as you take another small incision into the sort of upper shoulder area from him just jabbing it, you blink and your axe is like halfway coming down onto his neck and collarbone area. With the uncanny dodge, he just, but it like cuts a hole in his chest, and you start to see the red be stained with deep crimson from underneath. Rough. So Lakian, what you doing?
Oh, that one hurt a little bit.
Okay.
Going to attack the rapier again. 'Cause fuck it.
Sure thing.
Good thing he's not a
Uh,
swashbuckler.
Yeah.
Could you fucking imagine?
Don't give
Right,
him any more multiple ideas.
19 plus 8. So
Yeah.
that's 27 to hit. So that is 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage, reduced to 4.
Yep.
As you lash out again, it's barely even phasing her. This damage is not
Oh yeah.
doing as much as you
Oh no.
wish it was.
The blows are
I'm gonna-
bouncing right off her ribs.
Bonus action.
Impressive pectorals.
Bonus action.
Mhm.
Just because fuck it. Because I'm hurt now. Bonus action. I'm going to healing word myself.
Okay. So, you can roll the healing word. As you bonus action
Actually.
begin to cast a spell, you feel the gaze from all the onlookers shift straight to you, and there is murmuring around from the outside. That is not traditionally how things are done.
See, but nobody told me shit.
Nobody told
So-
you apart from Thyra.
I did.
Did she actually? Did you
Yes,
actually say no
I did.
magic before
I
we
said
did?
no magic.
You just. I feel like out of character. You said I'm not planning on using magic. Was what the thing was. I'm like I'm not planning to either. I don't feel like that whole conversation was had. If that conversation was had, I did not realize that was actually in character. I will not do that.
Okay.
I did not realize that was had in character. I thought that was out of character, just kind of like between the two of us, out of character. That is my bad on misinterpreting.
I mean, I can retaliate. So.
No, I'll just not do it. I did not realize that was actually a thing that was talked about in game, so I will not do that.
Okay. So never mind on that one. So, anything else to do in your turn, Alekin? You do still technically have your bonus action.
Nope.
Awesome. So, back to you, Thyra.
Really want to use this. I want to see what it does, but I'm raging and I shouldn't. I'm just going to attack you with my sword. Yeah, that's going to miss. Oh, no, it was a 12. Not
12?
12 plus 7, 19.
19.
I thought it was a 2. I should not use these dice. Five plus 6, 11.
Okay, uncanny dodge.
11 was damage reduced to 5.
Mhm.
As the axe comes across the bottom of your feet once more, you sort of like just barely step out the way, but she slices across the base of your heel. And as you sit it back down on the ground, there's like a twinge of pain as you put your body weight on it. And you...
I had to put a post-it on my screen that says rage equals plus 6.
That's nasty. Barbarians, man.
Yup.
So, Alekin, you're up.
Okay. Fucking same thing again. Fuck it. Natural 20.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, no, that's definitely not going to hit.
Definitely
Oh,
not.
yeah.
However.
Definitely not going to hit.
Okay. That is 12 plus 5, so that is 17 damage.
Was that
Yes.
reduced to 9?
It's reduced to 8.
17 damage reduced to 8. It is this is constant back and forth of Alekin, and Thyra is just swinging wildly. It's clear enough that Thyra is not being crazy wounded by this, and Alekin is taking more of a toll physically.
But I'm having a good time, regardless.
It doesn't matter. He's gonna hit me anyways. I'm gonna hit him recklessly
Okay.
with my... Oh, which is a good thing I did. It's not gonna hit anyways, because I rolled a 1 and a 4. So...
Oh, no.
What would it be total? 11? What you said? Never mind.
Yeah.
I feel like I still can do that.
Together it'd be 4 plus 7. Yeah, 11.
So yeah,
It'd be 11.
Never mind then.
Yeah. You see him, he's starting to get a little bit weaker, and he's starting to clutch at his wounds. And you feel the opportunity arise where you can really get him, and you put your all into this next axe swing. But you forget to account for that little bit of extra roguish nimbleness that he has. And as you swing the axe forward, he dodges back out the way and quick forward steps back into the same space as you. And you're wide and your back is to him. I like it.
I'm going to take the opportunity and try and slash across her back with the rapier.
Dang.
You have advantage.
Yep.
So it's gonna hit.
Yeah. That's a 21 to hit, so yeah. And then I also get sneak attack damage because... Advantage. So that's 8 from the rapier plus 5, so that's 13 from it. So 13 from the rapier, and then 13 from sneak attack.
So 26 down to 13.
Is sneak attack part of the... I thought sneak attack was different.
I have all damage, but psychic.
Oh, okay, cool.
Right, yes, because Totem of the Bear. Yep.
Gotcha. Oh, that's right. I forgot that.
I know what
Forgot
you're thinking about.
that.
Just straight rage, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
No,
yep.
yeah. As she has her back turned to you, you see an opening right in between the back of the ribs, and you just... You feel the impact, Thyra, and then this of pain as he pulls back the rapier, and it is kind of like bleeding kind of bad down the side of your back. That hurt more than you thought it was going to. But it's not your turn.
I'm gonna swing back around on him. That's a 12 plus 7.
Yep,
19.
19. Mm-hmm.
And yep. So that's 10.
That's what you rolled was 10?
Fury. I want to, no, not the fury. I want to use my point of fury. So that's what,
Okay.
another d12?
That's one additional weapon attack die, but there's no modifier to it. So yes, you d12
Okay.
for your great axe.
Oh, and that's an 11.
So
So
21
25.
plus your rage.
No, I rolled a 4 plus the 6. That was
Oh,
the
okay.
10.
Okay, so 21 points of damage. Cool. Uncanny dodge.
21.
Okay, dodge 21 down to 10 points of damage.
Yep.
As she's bringing it forward, and the axe hits you, and there's a moment there where you like kind of lock eyes, and you see her, and her eyes move down back to the axe, and there's a little push forward, as the sort of curved end of it sinks deeper into one of your internal organs down in your stomach. As the wind sort of leaves your body, and you're like, ugh, and she follows through, and you're like, ow! This is nasty. But it's your turn.
How bad are
I'm
you
looking really fucking hurt now. Like, bleeding. I'm still standing, smiling. Oh, I'm having a grand old time. Not as much fun as I was expecting. Oh, it's more. And I'll attack again. The rapier.
Go for it.
That is a 27 to hit.
Yeah.
And that is 9 points damage.
So 9 reduced to 4.
Mhm.
Keep rolling odds, you guys.
Yep.
It sucks.
What even numbers?
Yeah, right?
What even are evens?
Yeah, you see as he's clutching his many, many wounds now, it's... You gotta give him credit for his resolve. As he's still like kind of standing there. The rapier makes contact and actually hits one of the bones in your ribs and scrapes off of it. Sort of digging its way further into your flesh and pulling out. But you're still standing.
I just still kind of growl at him. So I'm going to attack him again. That's a 16 plus 7. 21?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So that's 16 damage.
Yep, I'm down. Even with uncanny dodge.
As you bring the axe around one last time, I'll say, for the purposes of this, you twizzle it so it's the back end for non-lethal damage. As you bring it around and just... He falls and slides like 5 feet down. There's
Did
a
Thyra just
array of
bonk
cheering.
him to unconsciousness?
Yes.
Excellent.
She's done it before and she's do it again.
All
Good
right
one,
there,
yeah.
like him, walk it off. Put some dirt on it. Good job.
So he's down.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm ready. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stand like over his body and just like I'm not gonna use wild shape, but just like look like I get bigger and just let out this huge bear roar and pounce over
Okay.
his body. And
Yeah,
then I will
as
attack your
you do
wounds.
so, you sort of walk
I'm
up to
dropping
him.
my rage.
Okay. You walk up to him as he's lying there. And there was initial cheering from the crowd as they watched you win against this guy. And then you just stand over him for a second and the cheering just stops and it's replaced with kind of this awkward silence. As everyone's looking at you, you feel people around you start to just grab at staffs or things that they might have just for self-protection. And as you let out this gigantic roar, a number of people like have to take five feet a step back as you do so, and you come back and just walk down over him and cast Cure Wounds. It's like a collective sigh of relief. And then cheering once more as the whole crowd is like, yeah, Thyra, yeah. It's nice to be on the receiving end of it, for once. But you cast Cure Wounds, so you can roll your healing if you choose to.
Yeah. That's 6. Sorry, my cure wounds isn't that great.
Okay, no, you're good. But what I had.
As you open your eyes, Aleki, and you stare at nothing but dirt, and you feel this throbbing pain on the side of your temple. But you're okay.
Oh, actually, I didn't add my spell modifier, so 10.
Okay. So, this is up to you, Equa.
Mm-hmm.
Considering my arms weren't hit, can I do like a handspring to stand back up?
You had one significant hit on the arm. Make an acrobatics check for me.
Alright, I'm down. That is an 18.
18. Yeah, as you and you go and do the handstand, and you hold it for a second, and you feel your right arm start to just shake, really bad, and the pain from your bicep is and you just lean forward and cartwheel back onto your feet. There's a distinguished ooh from that particular display.
You worked up a pretty good fight there.
You did as well. I needed that. Hope it had the effect that you were hoping for.
I guess time will only tell, right? I didn't attack
Indeed.
a whole bunch of people, so that's a
Hey.
win.
I say that's a step in the right direction. I'll hold my non-hurt arm out to shake her hand.
Yeah, I'm a good sportsman. I'll shake your hand.
And you do so.
Alright,
So-
well, at least we get back to the festivities.
As
Good.
you shake hands and help each other back up off the floor, you hear Mildred say, "Congratulations to Thyra for beating your opponent. Mighty impressive display, if I say so myself. Wouldn't you agree?" And there's a rousing cheer from the rest of the group, as there is a recognition of, yeah, that was a really good fight. And as she sort of calms the crowd, right, next up, you and you. And two people start moving back into your place on the pit as you are ferried off. Take back up with your group.
I'm hungry after all that.
I think I could use for a stiff drink as well.
Good job, y'all.
Thanks, Wade. You guys had sleep spells prepared, right?
What? No, not at all. You got that under control. All you.
I don't have that spell at all anymore.
Shit.
No.
We trust you.
It's a lot of trust.
And you proved us correct, didn't you?
Looks that way, doesn't it? Not too shabby for my first time.
For the record, if I wouldn't have trusted you to break out the other rage, I wouldn't have even volunteered to go on in the first place. So, in the short time that we've known you, you've come a long way, Sarah.
So who do you think is gonna eat Izzy? Because both of those women are very strong.
You do
Considering
yeah.
Well, I have a feeling that the
considering
older
she
one
likes
might
to
be
be
through all
thrown
the
around
bullshit.
by Birdie, I think she'll be fine.
By who?
Birdie.
Birdie.
She's
Oh.
already
Birdie?
forgotten.
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
Furby or Furry. I'm like,
Who's Birdie? I never heard of her.
I don't.
I did not hear Birdie, but yes.
This woman. I don't know who it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Birdie.
I love for her before we left, but I don't remember what her name is.
Poor
Is
Birdie.
Riley still nearby?
Yeah, she is. She's still nearby.
Does she look impressed?
She does. You sort of sit down and talk to your friends a little bit, and then she sort of comes up next to you. I can see that you've made some real progress. I am impressed.
Took a lot of work.
Well, I'm glad to see it's all working out. Right, I'm gonna go and put on something more comfortable. Why don't I meet you by the entrance?
Sounds good.
Fireflies. The finger guns.
Right. Yeah, that's right. And she nods to the rest of you and sort of backs off and walks away.
Sweaty hands.
She is gonna grab a cloth and pour some water on it. And use prestidigitation to cool it down as much as she can and just press it to Elakian's forehead.
Okay. Cool. You prevent some of the swelling. It is not.
Gonna have a goose egg in the morning.
It was worth it, honestly.
Mm.
I'll kind of press my hand against it too to kind of hold it there, so she doesn't have to just hold it there herself. So I'll hold it and I'll cast Cure Wounds on myself as well.
There you go.
Okay. So while this is happening, Izzy,
Yes.
what are you attempting to do?
As I said to you in the break, would like, seeing that the older woman is not as interested, would take an opportunity to attempt to engage in a wrestling
What are
match.
you
You
doing?
seem to enjoy it, to impress the people I am attempting
So
to enjoy a night with.
make a persuasion check.
Okay, that is 18.
She gracefully takes your hand as you lead
yeah.
her to the fighting ring, and you wait for your turn, which comes not long after. Are the rest of you sticking around to watch this? Or are you just gonna leave Izzy to it and say, you know,
I wasn't planning to fight her. I was planning to fight someone and impress her. But if me fighting her will impress her, I'll do it.
I mean,
It
I'd,
depends
guys
on
can
if I
choose to watch
understand.
if you want.
I'd spar with Isabel if need be, but
I need it to be a challenge.
Oh, that's so mean.
He can't use
So-
magic.
Nope.
guess that's
I would kick his ass. No offense, but I would destroy him.
yeah. Without magic, definitely.
Yeah, like
No-
with magic,
no
it's a fair
question.
fight. Like that would be like, maybe depends on who rolls better.
For the purposes of this, Izzy,
Yeah.
make for me 3 strength checks.
Strength checks. Okay. Not athletic strength.
Straight up strength.
Okay.
And tell me them in order.
Yeah.
As you roll.
Okay, that is a 14. Not great.
She got a natural 1.
Well, excellent. That's good. That is 16. Better.
She got a 12.
Hey. And the final one is 17.
And she got a 15.
Wow.
With that, you have fun with this one. It's you quickly realize that even though this person is a hunter,
Mhm.
and they do go out on expeditions regularly, they are not accustomed to sparring.
Yeah.
They're not fighters by nature. She just thought she was strong and wanted to see if she could take you on. And you start to realize this very quickly, and you're like, okay, I got this. It's more of a display of teasing than anything. As you work your way around and put her in various headlocks and nearly push her out of the ring like 4 times, but eventually you do win the fight, suffering minimal damage, and sort of hold down your hand to pick her up, and she does, and she grins and acknowledges.
I would like how I beat her. Is that I just pick her up, kind of put her over my shoulder, and then just like throw her off my shoulder out of the ring.
Okay.
Because again, Isabel's 5'3" and looks like she's 90 pounds.
And Isabel coming in with the chair. Yeah.
It's a joy.
You pick her up, you put her in your back, and you almost like look at the rest of the people who are just staring at you, kind of like in awe, and you're like, shake your hands off at the end. It's a display, and everyone is kind of like, shit, all right, at the end of it. But you win her favor, at the very least.
Excellent.
Used magic.
No, I'm just kidding.
I did not. That was entirely all
I know,
physical. Yeah. I can't use magic. I'm out of spells.
So, after watching Izzy do that, does anyone want to do anything else at the party, or shall we skip to you guys leaving?
Jellyfish.
Get out of here.
Yes, I
I'm
got.
good with just skipping
Can I
out.
say
Yep.
anything?
Oh, I snag
Yeah, I'm good with the skip out.
I snag like a jar or two on the way out for catching the
Okay.
fireflies with.
Sure, easy thing for you to do. Yeah, they don't really attempt to stop you. But, regardless, you all, having completed your night's festivities, undisturbed and unharmed apart from Aleki and Thyra, you begin to walk, following Thyra's lead, to the backside of the tribe. Nope, I'm wrong. To the southwest side of the tribe. Following her through small dirt roads and in between tents and small huts. The sound of the music fades behind you. And you are greeted to the sight of a tall, closed wooden gate made of these tall, like thick logs that end in spikes that you saw from the outside of the tribe. As you head over there, you do find waiting for you Otter and Riley, but not Breeder and his dog because you told them not to come. So, or you didn't tell them not to come, but you didn't mention to them to come. So as you arrive at there, you see the two of them are just sort of gently chatting. As you come up, hi. So, are you ready to go?
Didn't realize my mic was muted.
Just kidding.
I'm ready to have a good time if everybody else is.
You know me. Always down for a good time. That's what they say, good time Wade. I'm a little tipsy.
Otter's like, is that really what you think to call ya?
Even the weird forest people know that's a terrible thing to call yourself.
Good time, Wayne? I mean,
I think I heard somebody call me that once.
alright.
Is Ada taller than me or shorter?
She's shorter than you. She's
I'm gonna
like
lean
5'6".
down. Okay, I'm gonna lean down. Let's turn it here. He's just a little bit drunk. Don't mind him.
I think I understood that one. No, it's fun. I can talk all about my friend Good Time Wade from now on. And she sort of chuckles and turns around to face the wall.
Right, who's ready to catch some fireflies?
Oh, yeah, I only got like 3 jars. Is there, we should split up into teams.
Alright, how do you want to divide the teams? Good time, Wade.
You've ruined your character, man.
I think you two, I'll point to Thyra and Riley. Probably a good team, right?
Sure.
Who? I don't know, y'all. That was it. That's the team. Good team.
Wade, you're playing that game a little obvious. Come on.
How about
Let's just
Wade
see
and
where they're
Bree, Lakey and you and Ada?
Yeah, Otter
Sounds
kind of
fair
like,
to me.
okay.
Wait, is he here?
No.
No.
Okay. I was trying to
Absolutely
figure
not.
that out. That's
She's
why I
off
didn't
getting
give
eaten,
another
Wade.
team because
Yeah,
I
I'm
was like,
off
I
getting
can't
eaten
remember
right
if
now.
Fissy's here.
Yeah, she's off getting eaten, so it's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. Good for her.
So, Thyra, you remember the way there, and the small secret exit to to the flower glade. If you would, if you want to start on the trip. Otherwise, anything else you guys want to do? Coolio.
I don't.
So, Thyra,
Awkwardly
if you'd
walking
like to
next to
describe.
Riley. Awkwardly. Very awkward.
Yeah,
Blood
you see
everywhere.
now in this light, she's changed to her regular sort of tribal gear. It's not quite as fancy as it was before.
On that note, Equa,
Mhm.
while we were sitting there kind of half watching the other stuff going on, I was casting mending on my armor to kind of patch it back together.
Okay, yeah, sure. Easy, very easy for you to do. It's not a significant cut.
Yeah,
It's
I figured.
it's
That's why I
flavor,
was
you know?
listening.
It's flavor.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you lead them out through a secret exit through the gate into part of the forest and start trekking through it on one of the small off-beaten paths that you are used to. It takes you maybe 15-20 minutes of straight walking before you will come out onto the visage of sort of a very large clearing of trees. There are some still in here, but it is nowhere near as much as the heavy forested area that you are traveling through in order to get here. Every one of you motherfuckers has dark vision, don't you?
Yeah.
Yup.
Yep.
Sup, bud?
As you
My
enter the
next character's
clearing,
a human. It's fine.
you see
Who has dark vision?
meters upon meters
I
upon meters
could.
of
I have an item I can make.
a variety of different kinds of flowers. You can't make out color, but you can tell that there are different kinds based on the shape, the size. As you sort of walk through it, the flowers for most of you come up to like your knees or your waist. They can really overflow at times. And as you look up, the large moons looking down at you, the nearby planet just sort of cresting over the horizon. What would you guys like to do?
Oh, it's been a time since I've been here.
Hey, are the flowers gray for any of you? Weird. Somebody should check that out.
Go home, Wade, you drunk.
Just give it a second. The textures are rendering. Alright, I'm gonna mute myself so I stop making comments.
That was a good one, dude.
I mean, when it's late at night and there's only so much light from the moon, they tend to be a little grey, yes?
Makes sense. Okay, so now's the part where we split up and catch our flies, and then we come back and see who has the most.
All right.
We should wager something. It's always better when there's a prize.
Well, let's not. This is supposed to be a friendly competition, Wade.
Friends can have wagers.
Yeah, Riley pipes up and says, "What kind of prize are you talking about?"
Yeah. I got these snake skins. Oh wait, do I have my backpack? Probably not.
That's up to you all. You can have it if you want to. That's fine.
I have my axe and the orb with me.
Yeah, I got these snake skins. I pull them out of a pocket of my fancy jacket.
Okay.
And these soaps and shampoos. Start lining them up.
Yeah. At this point, Odd is like, wait, what? Looks over to you, Thyra.
Just he asked. I said yes.
Okay.
It's just soap.
I don't really have much. Here, and you watch as she puts her hand to the ground and sort of flattens out a small space, and from the ground you see a small flower start to emerge. It's kind of a little bit more slender, and it opens up in the moonlight. It looks nice. It's different from yours, Thyra.
It's pretty shade of gray.
It's actually silver in real life, but I could throw in a bunch of these. The rest of you, what are you doing?
Well, honestly, I have nothing
I mean,
right
you
now.
guys know what I got. It's nothing. Whatever I got, I have.
So I've got nothing on me but what you see here.
You win. You ask me for something, I'll give it to you.
Okay. Playing for favors. I like that.
Oh.
So, what's the time limit? 30 minutes?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool.
Alright.
And you watch as Otter sort of starts walking back a little bit and sits down and begins casting something in the ground. She's got a bunch of
Yes!
small,
Oh, we're
small,
going to play that, are we?
little sticks and
Okay.
bones. You watch as her eyes flash, and the bones almost just start to move and shape into something that she can read, but the rest of you can't. I think we've got a good chance.
So that's
Okay,
what the
free.
bones told you?
Yeah. All right.
Alright.
Good luck. And she starts running off.
Riley, are we
I'll
actually
follow Otter.
playing to win?
I mean, if you want to. I'm pretty sure we could win, though.
Where are the fireflies most concentrated? That's where I
In
want-
various sort of more open spots that you remember from your childhood. You just run straight through and they dissipate off. The easiest place to catch them is more out in the open because they don't restrict your arm movement in doing so.
When everybody goes kind of their own way, I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay. Sure thing.
Alright, we've got a wager. I need y'all to get into this jar and stay away from those other people.
Make a persuasion check.
At disadvantage because you're telling her to get into a jar.
I'm not confident in her persuasion ability, regardless, but it's a high DC.
Holy shit!
You shouldn't. 14.
14. Yeah, you hear like murmuring around you, and then you hear this voice. Yeah, what's in it for me?
What would you like?
I want honey, lots of honey, and I want to be released.
Alright. You get into my jar, you stay away from me friends, I'll get you honey, and I will release you.
You got yourself a deal there, Missy. And you watch as a number of them just. Your jar becomes like half full. Oh, the rest of you. What techniques are you deploying to catch fireflies?
Let's go.
I'm just following Otter.
Okay. You watch as Otter sort of goes off to one of the side openings and says, "Okay, here, take the jar and go right there.
I'll follow where she
points over.
points.
They're gonna go fast, so be careful." And she pulls out a piece of obsidian from her pocket and clasps it in her hands and starts rubbing it together. And as she does, the piece starts to almost vibrate in synchronized sort of movements with her hands. And as her hands vibrating still, puts them down to the ground, watches there's a minute there where nothing happens, and she looks up. A large point of churned stone and earth starts just rolling over right next to you. She's deliberately avoiding you, but a number of fireflies just come out of the woodwork, and you are standing in a swarm of like 60 of them. It's a lot.
I'll try and scoop as many into the jar as I can.
Make an acrobatics check for me.
23.
23? I'll say it's not quite as easy as Thar's technique. So your jar becomes about a third full, but you move like lightning, just.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end, you clasp the jar shut, and you just are looking at it, and it is giving off a substantial glow.
Fair enough. About how long did this take?
At this point, you'll all have been gone for 20 minutes, or for 10 minutes, depending on. I'll say 15, depending on what.
Okay.
Wait if we do.
I'll look towards Ada and be like, well, I think we've got a good amount. Seeing how the night sky's so nice here, do you want to tell me a little bit of what you know about the stars? Hopefully help me a little bit with my predicament that I'm in while we're here.
Yeah, I will. Okay. And she pulls out a small, piece of parchment. Not a very big object. And she starts rolling it out on the ground. And starts pointing to it. And as she does and traces her fingers over it, you watch as small pieces of light begin emanating from it. That are little points that are linked with lines. She pulls out a star map and starts pointing up to various constellations. She says, "That one there, that one's the constellation of the Bear. That one can be a sign of good omen or bad, depending on the time of season that you're in and the events that have been happening. Sometimes it can mean storing things in yourself. Sometimes it can mean releasing things from the inside and being more aggressive." And she points to another one. This one there is the Archer constellation. This one is all about hitting your target, setting a goal, and making sure that you achieve it. If this one comes out, you have good luck. And she starts pointing out different constellations to you before saying, there are a number of deities that represent stars or have stars represent them. Yours, she beckons to your clothing, works a little bit differently. In most Raven Queen worship, the stars can often be representative of past lives that have faded and are now shining up there, waiting to be put back down into the earth.
Well, that's well, I guess at this point I feel like coincidence wouldn't be the correct word, given everything that's happened and everything that I've come to know in terms of what's going on. But it's definitely interesting, nonetheless.
You know, they say that from every star, two people are born, and you might be born in different places or different ages or genders or whatever, but you would be drawn together in your life through the universe. I think it's a nice thought.
Kind of like a soulmate of sorts, is what you're trying to say.
Sure, if you believe it. Not everyone does, but it helps to, put some ease in my mind that no matter who you are or what your personality is like, there's always someone out there who will love you for you. I think that's nice.
Yeah, I have to agree. I'm not a big proponent of fate necessarily, like being born with already a predetermined path that you'll walk, but I do believe in destiny and that there is a certain end point that you'll reach at some point in your life. I know that sounds kind of contradictory, but to me at least, they're not one and the same. Fate implies that there's not much choice in your life. It's all laid out for you from the moment you're born. Whereas destiny allows you to make your own choices, but those choices will eventually lead you to a singular point. So,
Well, I don't see what's so bad about that anyway.
Yeah.
You're still you. Still make your own choices. Still happy
I
with them.
suppose so. Learn from your mistakes and your downfalls, and learn from the good times and things that you've done right. That way you know to do it correctly next time.
Yeah, that's nice. So, she spent some more time pointing out constellations to you. Free and Wade, what are you two doing?
Okay, we're gonna. What they don't know is 3-time back-to-back Firefly catching champ.
Alright.
Yeah.
I've never done this before, so I apologize now.
You have the ability to cast light.
I can make minor illusions, correct?
Perfect.
If I play music, I can make a 15-foot illusion.
What we need is a focused light, okay? So here. This is the trick. I used to do this back home. I mean, I didn't have magic yet, but I used to use like a candle. Okay. So you take the jar like
candles.
this, right? And I put the jar like in her hand, and then you cast the light illusion on your hand, and it shines through the glass, and it attracts the fireflies in.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I can do prestidigitation, which is instantaneous, harmless, or sparks, things like that. So I can make it like blink like a firefly, essentially.
That's perfect. Yeah. See, fireflies, they the reason they come to the light is how they find mates. They find each other's light and they grow attached to it.
Oddly adorable. For bug. I could do it from 10 feet away so we don't have to be near the jar. That'll make them hear it.
Gotta be able to put the lid on.
True. Alright. Do you like to hold it?
Sure, yeah. I get ready.
Use your mage hand. Use your mage hand, Wade.
What am I using my mage hand for? Wade says in the
Screw
least
the
southern
fucking
voice
lid
in
on,
his head.
Wade.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. I'm gonna use my mage hand. Okay.
Alright.
So yeah,
suppose.
we set it all up. Do the
Okay.
trick.
So, Free, make a
you
performance check.
Oh boy, I'm good at these. Oh, 19 plus 8, 27.
Why can't you roll like that when you're dancing?
Right? Or anything else.
Through the combination of the blinking light that lasts for a couple of minutes, and Wade's mage hand just sort of being gently cast there and holding the lid real close to prevent any from getting out, you catch like 2/3 worth of a jar of fireflies that just gently waft in, slowly but surely.
That's a big haul. You're good at this.
I mean, I think that's because I had the right person to teach me.
3 times back to back. You know how I do.
1955,
Good time.
1956.
Good time, Wade.
Just good old good time. Wade.
Good on good time, Wade. I'm telling you what. Okay, I know how to have a good time catching these fireflies. I tell you what.
I think
Count on me for a good time.
we got it.
I think so too.
Kind of makes up for missing it, Joe.
I'm just glad we got you back.
Me too.
That was more important.
All right.
So, the three groups begin to head back up to meet with each other. And upon seeing each other and tallying up the results, I believe Elakian and Otter came last, right?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
Well,
have us
not
like
that
roll
much.
D100s or something.
Actually, yeah, this is what we'll do. I mean, I don't need to. It's fine. Yeah, so this is what we'll do. Thyra, roll a D100. Elakian, roll D100, and either Wade or Free roll D100.
I roll like trash, so.
And
That's
I will
on you.
add
All right.
the modifier that you guys got
Okay,
to
that's cool.
calculate how many fireflies everyone has.
Ooh. Is a 79.
Nice.
79 is pretty good.
85.
86.
79
Oh my god.
is 99.
That's funny.
107. So
That's
107
amazing.
for Free and Wade. Elakian got an 86, you said?
I got an 85.
I got an
85.
86.
And your acrobatics check was a 23, right?
Yes.
So 85 plus 23,
108.
108, which just beats them out by 1. And Thyra got a 89, what was it?
An
She
86.
got an 86.
An 86 plus 14, which is 100.
Hmm. Isabel got 2.
Hey,
Yeah, you are
2 big ones.
concentrating on other things.
Yeah, they're pretty big ones, so she's happy.
2 big fireflies.
Mm-hmm.
Too
So,
big.
this
All right.
108, 107, and 100. As you all gather around and begin to count out your fireflies, it is evident that there is only one firefly that made a difference. As she sort of grins back, they told me we were going to win, so what can I say?
I would have rolled an 83.
Oh,
But so
sorry.
the thing is,
No,
is
it's okay. I'm
that
joking.
I had to roll a bad stat for this, and
This
both
is
of you
true.
rolled your good stats. I'm
This is
okay with what I got.
Pretty good.
Oh, shoot. Man.
So,
So
what's
close.
our price?
Yeah, you
A
get
favor?
that stuff there. It's soaps. Man.
Right,
I wanted
yeah,
those.
the soaps. and the shampoos. You know what? Good time, Wade. You can keep them.
Really?
She she already has them.
I have a lot of them. Yeah.
Well, you at least gotta take the snake skin.
Okay, I will. She takes the snake skin.
The hag snake.
All right, Papa, what do you want from me?
I gotta think about it. Aiken, what do you want from her?
Funny enough, I'll have to think about it as well.
Okay. So, as you are preparing Fireflies, is there anything else that you guys want to do out here before we wrap up the episode, or we can jump back to sleeping and wake up next? Isabel.
I wanna kind of pull Riley aside because I've been kind of putting it off all night, and
Okay.
So how have you been these years? Anything new, interesting? Promotions?
You know, slightly moving up in the world. It's a long process, but not much.
So the same as it was before, more or less.
Right, similar enough. Yeah.
This is awkward.
It's a little bit awkward. You're not wrong.
I don't remember it being this hard before.
Well, things have changed in the 4 years you were gone, I guess.
For both of us.
I have.
I'm sorry that me leaving hurt you in any way.
You don't need to apologize to me. It's in the past. There's
You
no
still
point holding on to it.
deserve an apology. And if I would have known I was leaving, I would have told you.
Right. I mean, you could have sent a letter or something.
I kind of made a promise to Ada before I left that I wouldn't come back until I was in control. So I kind of stayed away from every city for almost 3.5 years. Then I got kidnapped. And I met this bunch.
I'm sure that's a wonderful tale. Why don't you tell me about that sometime?
Alright.
Okay. Anyway, let's head home.
I'll give her a awkward side hug like I give Free.
Yeah, it's like
Christian teen side hugs.
it's like kind of weirdly like you guys are just like holding each other there for a second and like, okay, that's enough. You spread it out again. Yeah, it is how it is.
It's awkward.
Yeah.
I was expecting her to punch me in the face the first time she saw me, so you know.
It's been 4 years. People do be looking. So, as you guys all begin to head back to the tribe, unless there's anything else anyone wants to do out here. We can say everyone heads back to the tribe, heads back to the tree.
Is Isabel notably gone at this point?
Well, Izzy, I would like for you.
Let's check. Performance check.
Oh shit!
Roll.
Hold on,
No,
hold on. I can't hear you.
Constitution
I
saving
unplugged my
throw.
headphones. I'm so
To see whether
sorry.
she fucking dies.
Well, we'll see. So
I'm sorry.
First of all, Izzy,
Yes.
roll 2 charisma checks.
2 charisma checks. All right. Okay, one's a 15. The other is an 18.
Okay. The older woman, the hunter that you sparred with, is a little bit more interested in you at the end of the night. The younger one sort of seems to fizzle off a little bit. Didn't quite make the DC for that one. But you feel like you have the older woman. Do you feel like you got that? So sure, in the spirit of what Griz said, roll a performance check.
Woo!
Okay, what's my performance?
Gotta be good as charisma based.
It's +5. 24.
24?
Yeah, 19.
You spend the night and some of the morning with her.
Oh, excellent.
And we shall leave that episode of the show there, because I don't want to get into the specifics.
What can I say? I eat my sexual partners.
Yeah, great.
Like
Those
a
are the
walk with
details we were avoiding.
We're going to end.
There are going to be
tonight's
people missing.
episode there. When you get home, Izzy's not there, so there you go. But thank you everyone so much for watching. Thank you for coming out. We appreciate it. If you haven't already, make sure to check out our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitch for all content and past content, which you can catch up on. As a reminder, Doip is on Sundays, and Moot is going to be returning on the 20th, which is a Wednesday. For those of you who are interested in watching that, you should definitely do that. But without further ado, let's keep making stories together, and we'll see you next week for episode 32 of Emoris.
It's a 1-year anniversary, right?
Happy
Yeah.
anniversary.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Come check it out.